Hey everybody, welcome to Hank's Corner. Let me start off by welcoming everybody in chat. We got Vlad the Impaler, Joe Samuel, Terry, the Dutch Doyle Discussions, and scroll button's not one to work too well. Gary UK, Lady Dragonblood, and Glenn Lambright, who's waiting backstage. And then we have Tella Klein. Tella is producing some videos on one of our favorite frauditors, Glenn Serio. I'm going to show a couple of her videos, but Tella, go ahead and introduce yourself and let us know a little bit about what you're doing with your channel.
Hello. I am local to the area, so I have the ability to um, go to court and film Glenn at court. So that's what I've been doing and just asking him a few of the questions that a lot of people want to know. or so I'm trying to represent for all the people out there that would love to have a moment to chat with Glenn. So it's
All right, let me go ahead and bring Glenn up. Hey, Glenn,
Hello, Hank.
how you doing today?
I'm doing good. Hello, everybody in chat.
All right. Well, we're gonna start off with showing Tella's latest video. Just a second. Viewer discretion is advised. All right, there we got to see Glenn talking out his ass, or singing out his ass this time.
And I gonna have nightmare over that now.
That's why the viewer discretion was advised.
I don't know if you've seen the video where that clip was taken from of Glenn leaving court.
I believe I have that one queued up for a little bit later. Let me
Yeah, I
see.
think that's the most shocking part about it is he was leaving court. He went to
Yep,
court like that.
yeah. Glenn has no dignity.
What sucks, Green Cereal is a little bit that takes around about, what, a 14 or a 15-year old?
Yep.
Yeah, I think Braxton's 17 now.
Yeah, he was 15 or 16 for their first encounter,
Yep.
Yeah.
which makes it all the more delicious to have watched.
Yes. I was jealous of Braxton for a long time.
All right. Um, Still waiting for see if anybody see if we're gonna get much more traffic coming in. But you got any topics you'd like to discuss, Tella?
Just Glenn, I guess. I'm looking forward to. I'm seeing what happens with his appeal, which I think is quite interesting. That someone would take a ticket to Superior Court to appeal.
Yes, well, wouldn't the average person fight it for what, 3 years now, 2 years, whatever is, however long he's been torturing everybody over this damn ticket?
Yep, the original citation was November of 2019.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He, if he would have just taken the original plea deal, it would have been over in 6 months. And he's back at having to behave for 6 months. So, um, yeah, it's like the dumb leading the dumber with
Yeah,
his attorney.
with yeah, with the 5 day bonus prize.
Yeah, yeah. It's. I was a little disappointed that we didn't get to see the Walmart trial, the trespassing trial, but I'm sure one day.
Yeah, uh, it's a special kind of person to have to be able to get trespassed from Walmart.
To get trespassed from Walmart and then film yourself trespassing and posting it on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's silly ass, isn't it?
it's mind boggling. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
AK, hey, Doofy, go
hello,
ahead, Glenn.
AK Dookie. Well, that kind of odd when you, on what you mentioned there, get trespassed on at Walmart. If you knew begin on say when COVID hit, there's a guy who walked in Walmart. I don't know, a lot of y'all, some of y'all might have heard about this when guy walked in Walmart. He had his helmet on. He a motorcycle rider, and well, nobody in the video that they showed, nobody didn't approach him. So, someone that worked at Walmart came from behind him, but he didn't look like he said anything to him, but at the end, they arrested him. They told him he can't go to no Walmart or Sam Club places.
Yep, that's a private business's right to to trespass somebody from their property. You don't have a. It's not your civil right to be able to go into any particular private business.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Uh,
Well, I was curious about the trial because I read the docket, and the reason the police were there was because Glenn did another one of his call 911 because a police car was parked in the fire lane.
of course. Yeah. The biggest cringe moment during that video where I threw up a little bit in my mouth was when he showed his ear and it was so dirty
Oh,
you could grow taters in that thing.
yeah. Well, I think it's funny to watch Glenn try and read a street sign, like a no parking sign, and he doesn't understand the the signs. I've seen a couple of videos where he's argued about you can't park here, and he doesn't understand parking signs.
Yeah, and then that laugh of his, oh my god, that is like super creepy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Welcome, Christine, Simon, uh, me speaking 75. The link is pinned up at the top. Anybody's welcome up here. Just keep the discussion civil. We're open up. We got open topics as long as it fits within TOS. Yeah, and there was a chat a little bit ago about oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, yeah, Lady Dragon's Blood said her sister worked in the legal department, and yes, I can believe what silly people do to try and set up lawsuits against Walmart.
Yeah. And
Hey, Izzy.
hello, Easy. Hello, Christine. Hello, Lady Dragon. Christine, Dutch, Gary, UK. Anybody else? Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, and Lady Dragon's Blood brought up another good point. What a lot of people just don't consider when they complain about the police parking in those zones is they park there for a reason. They need to be able to access their car quick. They might not be there for an emergency per se, but while they're on duty, they don't know what's going to happen in the next second. So if they park in the back of the parking lot, then they get that much further to get to their vehicle to respond to an emergency.
Hello, Strawberry Tea.
Wow, is that a lady tried to sue Walmart for a paper cut she says she got on the toilet paper in the bathroom? That's got to be some serious toilet paper if it's going to give you a paper cut. I thought the John Wayne toilet paper we got in the Army was bad. It's rough, tough, won't take shit off anybody. Hey, well,
Yeah.
welcome, Strawberry Tea. Let me go ahead and bring up the next video. And here we go. When I first saw this video, I thought he was wearing a whale tail.
I didn't get a very good shot of his bumper sticker, but his bumper sticker is the hashtag Glenn Serio is a dick.
Was that your doing or Braxton's doing, or do you want to not incriminate yourself?
Yeah, I don't answer questions like that. No.
Okay. Understood.
But I did get a good picture of it when I saw it.
Uh-huh. I wonder how long it stayed on his car.
Yeah. I hope he drove down the highway and had every red light, hit every red light.
Need to get another one for his van.
Yeah, I don't know where the van is. I think he has been watching Earl's videos because he's been taking an Uber to court. So
Yeah.
and I'm sure that he's living somewhere in King County, which is 50 miles from Everett. So I'm sure he's not Ubering to the court.
Well, just a guess, but I'd say look down by the river.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. I did video him outside his attorney's office, which is about 3 blocks from the courthouse. And but he's not parking down there anymore. So yeah, I'm not sure where.
Yeah,
Where
he's probably getting a little bit paranoid since the auditor's getting audited.
Yes, and called the police and, didn't get the result he wanted.
Yeah, you got that on one of your other videos that I got pulled up.
But yeah, I was shocked that day that he came walking out of the courthouse uh, wearing his little sister's jeans.
Yeah, I was wondering if those were muffin top jeans.
Something I just can't imagine, yeah, what they thought in the courthouse when he came walking in there.
Yeah, well, at least
there's something. Oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead, Glenn.
Oh, I was going to say, there's something Glenn Serial can do. If he can do it, but it's going to be impossible to do. Auditing while plane flying.
Audit what?
A plane while flying.
I don't know if he'd be allowed on a plane.
Oh, you know what's going to happen if he got on plane. They throw his ass off.
Yeah, I've actually been on a flight that there's a gentleman that had questionable hygiene habits that got asked to leave the plane. And they were trying to be as polite as possible about it, but he wanted to raise a stink about it, pardon the pun.
Yeah.
And nobody else would have known why they were asking him to leave if he wouldn't have been being such an ass about it.
Well, Glenn did fly down to Florida when he went auditing with Josh Abrams, and I'm that was
Hello, hello, Gary 111 and Unclean Hands.
Hello, Jimmy.
And Angry
Gary,
Rooster.
playing here.
All right. And Chris Coss is in the house. Welcome. And once again, for those that want to come up and participate on the panel, the link's posted at the top. And if we can get everybody that tunes in today to the link for Tella's channel is in the description box. If you go by and subscribe, she's helped support her in her quest to inform us of the adventures of Glenn.
Thank you. That's perfect.
And welcome Wayne Orshire and Christopher O'Connor, Graham Garfield. Sorry if I'm slaughtering your names. I'm doing the best I can. What's up? What's the next court date? Teletubbies got coming up.
Well, I've heard there is something going on in November, but I'm going to go up to the court next week and just look at the case, because it was a municipal court, but the appeal is in Superior Court. So I can go up in Superior Court, you can just read all the documents. And so I'm going to just go see what's going on, because I want to be able to support him when he goes to court. Let him know that we
I,
hadn't forgot about him.
I don't think a forklift can support that fat bastard.
Yeah. Yeah, he did have trouble fitting into the last car. The Uber driver picked him up.
Yes, I saw that and laughing my ass off at Braxton pointed it out.
And normally I wouldn't laugh at somebody, but Glenn deserves it.
Oh yeah, I know several large people. I'm not a skinny body myself, but those that want to have ugly personalities go along with their questionable hygiene and rather large bodies and Darth Vader breathing habits. I love when he tries to sneak up on cops in their patrol cars. It's like something out of a freaking horror movie.
With the way he waddles with the, I kind of when it reminds me like of if there was a GoPro on a bear, the way they lumber back and forth. And he's looking in the dumpsters and looking in the alley.
Looking for his next meal, probably.
Yeah, that's why in some of the videos I don't even say anything because I feel like I don't have to. Just filming them is a joke enough.
Yeah. Unclean Hands, another one that's had a few highlights on Glenn. If y'all haven't checked out his channel, I love his stuff. You might be right, Dutch. Welcome, Nathan. So you're saying you came for the booby pick? Just a warning, Tella. I'm a die-hard smartass, so I will do. Like, I'll increase my views by showing booby pics.
This is some red
Hi.
pick.
Hey, Tonic. What's up, buddy?
What's going on? What's going on, Glenn? And Tella? I don't think I
Hello,
ever.
Tom.
Well, she's a newer content provider. She is auditing Glenn Serio at every turn.
Glenn Serio.
Yes.
Never
The smelly.
Auditing the USA.
Yes. The don't touch me or you'll break my pancreas guy. He'll tweet the leg.
How do you
He's
break a
having chest
pancreas?
pains in his abdominals.
So this guy's got various medical problems, yet he's an auditor?
No, he claims like there was a police officer that barely touched him, separating him from a accident. A person who was in a traffic accident that was getting ready to stomp Glenn's butt. The officer just barely put his hand on his chest to stop him and move him back, and Glenn was claiming actually it was on his back if I remember right. But Glenn was claiming chest injuries and thought he might
Chest
have.
pains in his abdominals.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, that is what the hell?
And the best part of that video is the guy that was in the accident. When he got close enough to Glenn, you could see when Glenn's stench hit him, because this look of pure fucking horror and he's about to puke went over his face.
Ah, Jesus Christ. He's just like one of these like smelly fucking nobodies.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, I'd say
Yeah.
his smell is probably the least offensive thing about him. His personality is far more offensive.
It's a pretty bold
Yeah.
statement.
Well, he also was auditing a post office and challenged a chief warrant officer in the military to mutual combat. And then when the chief warrant officer took him outside to take him up on the deal, of course, Glenn pussed out.
Oh my god. This guy sounds fucking awful. So you're auditing him? Like you lived near him or something?
Well, he's an auditor that started out like a year and a half ago because he got a reckless driving speeding ticket that he's been fighting in court for 2 years. And ever since then, he just horribly harasses police with verbal assaults. And yeah, he's just a horrible human being. Well, not even a human, but yeah, he just verbally assaults police officers on his audits. And then once he got um, taken to court a few times, then he moved on to the post office. But
I don't honestly understand anybody who's auditing a post office. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me.
No.
Like what exactly are you trying to prove there? I guess is the most jarring thing.
well, he's just trying to make his. I guess I should have said like the thing Glenn's most famous for is about a 45-minute or hour and a half racial attack on a local police officer that was like guarding a fire scene at night, and Glenn came upon it and just used all sorts of vulgar language, told him to go back to Africa. It was probably the night I can't say the
Oh
things that
my
he
god.
said,
He was
but it
making
made the
he was making statements made from Connie look tame.
I mean, the guy's a fireman. He's a literal
it was
hero.
it was a
Well,
police
a police
officer.
officer.
Oh, police officer. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm mistaken. I mean, but he's what? What the shit? This guy's terrible.
Oh, it's horrible. You
At
wouldn't
one
believe
point,
it.
he called him a slave, and that Glenn owned him.
What the
And I
fuck?
brought you here from Africa.
Hmm.
What is this guy's life?
A lack of is the problem.
Yeah. This guy is just awful for everyone. I can see why you're auditing him. It sounds like a
Well,
just a
Hey, DJ. Sorry.
yeah, I've
so
just been
DJ.
filming him in court
So,
or going
DG,
to court.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. You got to document this piece of shit because I mean that's kind of the way to draw attention to him in the first place.
Well, and I
Yeah.
wasn't the
way
first
I
one.
look
There
at
was
Glenn
a
Cereal, go ahead. Go ahead. I
Go ahead,
think
Glenn.
you talking first. Hold on. What I've been say about Glenn Cereal, he's just another one of them idiots that had got no nuts that he wished he had.
Yeah, definitely.
Uh,
Yeah,
um, and the person who has no worries about finding a Mensa application in his mailbox. This he tried to sue the police officers that had pulled him over, and saying that it was going to get them. His lawsuit was somehow going to get them put in jail. He was going to own their house. All this other crap. It just didn't age well.
no. I mean, well, I love it whenever somebody's threatening a lawsuit or something and just nothing ever becomes of it. Like that's so much better. 'Cause,
Yeah, and it,
sorry, go ahead.
he had one of his recent cases that part of his sentence is he cannot be within 50 feet of any police station in Everett, Washington.
Oh,
well, that's
okay. This makes a lot more sense.
the downtown Everett station where he's trespassed, but he has so many videos where he would just go up and down the alley and just harass
Hmm.
the officers as they're coming and going from their duty. And
peeping in
They
the
had to,
windows like a pervert.
they
I'm
painted a
familiar with
line in the alley.
Washington. I used to live there for a number of years. I used to live in Linwood, Washington. So, like, for instance, I'm familiar with that area. But this makes a lot of sense. Is he very liberal, perchance?
I don't think he knows what that means.
Oh, he's that stupid.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Actually, he was living in Shoreline at the time, and my brother was one of his roommates. So my brother has plenty of stories about him.
I mean, God, he seems so dense.
Yes.
I mean, racist though. Like, what the entire fuck? How does your
Oh,
life really become that?
yeah, and the thing that sparked the mutual combat with the chief warrant officer was he did a racial tirade on Asian person in the post office,
It's
saying all sorts of stupid shit, assuming that she was Chinese and she should go back to her
ridiculous.
communist country and bullshit like that.
Because I mean, Seattle or Washington is just full of all kinds of different eclectic Asian heritage, like Cambodian and Korean stuff like that. Like, that's just ignorant.
Yeah, he was filming down in like the Renton, Auburn area. And
God,
ever since
gee.
the Everett police put the trespass order on him, he's been filming in King County. He's moved out of the area. But he doesn't go to Seattle because Seattle know all about him.
So he's got a history behind him other than just
Yeah, history of harassing the police. He has like a warning on his name, like when they run his name, it comes up with like a threat to police because like 3 or 4 years ago he was making threats. I don't remember the whole story, but threats to police, and so he has a warning against his name. And when he shows up on a scene, they call out a second officer to like babysit Glenn while the call is going on.
Thanks, DGen. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen it, Tonic, but this I think he was 15 or 16 years old at the time of their first confrontation. But Braxton shows up when Glenn is auditing a police station, and just he chases him around the police station for like 6 laps. The most exercise Glenn's probably gotten in years.
he's a fat, smelly, shitty, racist individual. I mean, I'm getting such a picture painted of this piece of shit. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. If you want to learn more, you can go to the Glenn is a Dick Facebook page. I mean, it's telling you something if somebody makes a "you're a dick" Facebook page.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, but how's the rest of your day, Hank? Did you just get up?
I've been up for a while. I got a delivery. I got a laser sight for my assault gun that came in.
Ooh, salt.
So yeah, they're instead of using a fly swatter, it's a gun that shoots salt crystals to kill
Yeah, I think I've
flies.
seen him before. I mean, are you a hell of an aim?
Yep.
Flies is a pretty small target.
Yeah, I've gotten pretty good with the open sights on it, but looking forward to playing around with the laser sight to see what kind of range I can get them at.
It's laser sight. That's fucking dope. Oh, I just got up. I gotta do a live stream at 2, but I gotta compete with Shiva. He's doing one in 3 hours.
Yeah, that's why I do mine the time frame I'm at, because it's usually fairly open for doing live streams.
I just can't keep putting off my fucking live stream. I already put it off an entire week. I just want to like go over these videos and get it over with. Like,
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I finally got my first video put out, and think it's doing pretty well.
Yeah, one with the jump scares. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I got a couple other projects in the works. Just need to find the right clips of videos to do my outtakes, or not outtakes, but clips in to add.
I was so pissed yesterday. I don't know if you were there for when I got my food delivery.
No.
I ordered a fucking burger, right? They gave me
Uh-huh.
3 patties, and that's it.
Yeah.
I was fucking furious, man. That's the last time I think I'm ordering DoorDash. I've had nothing but problems with them.
And DoorDash is one of the only deliveries around here, unless you go through a someplace with their own deliveries,
Right.
and they fuck up orders left and right. That should be their motto.
Well, it's like I tried to call the fucking Wendy's back, and they're not answering the fucking phone, so I just gotta fucking deal with it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I got my order. I got an order yesterday from them. It was missing one item, and the drink was completely wrong.
Jesus Christ, man, what a fucking shit show.
And then because it went through DoorDash, have the process to get them to take money off it took me about 45 minutes on the phone before I get pissed off enough and said, just fuck it, I'm never ordering DoorDash again.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really affect them. They'll just have another fucking customer. It's just such a shitty fucking deal.
Hey, good Connie. Hey, Richard Cheese.
What's up, Richard
Izzy?
Cheese?
And I apologize if I missed any of you coming in to chat, but everybody's welcome.
Fucking
Hello,
Izzy, man.
Tony. Hello, Richard.
That French costume always cracks me the fuck up.
So, how you been doing, Tony?
I've been doing good. I'm just excuse me. I'm still waking up. Just sitting around playing video games this weekend. You know, they did an update to Quake out of nowhere, and so now it looks like 100 times better than it used to, and it even supports controllers now, which it never used to support, like an Xbox controller, for instance.
Yeah, they're doing some great stuff with some of the retro games.
Well, Bethesda's one of those companies. Sorry, what's up?
Go ahead.
Bethesda's one of those companies that will just randomly give out free updates and just not tell anybody. You'll just turn on the game and it'll have like a nice free update for you. Like they've done that to Doom countless times, like the old classic Dooms. Like I remember I had Doom for console, And the one thing about having things on a console is you can't really use what are called mods, which are like fan built levels and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. So they decided to update the game where it would support mods on consoles for free. That
Nice.
was, yeah. But Quake is one of those games that it's like the grandfather of modern first person shooters. So it's one of those games I grew up with. It's the first one that was 3D, like not like 2D 3D like Doom, but actually 3D.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, it looks fantastic now. I remember playing it all the time when I was in school. We'd get done with our like HTML scripting bullshit, and we'd either play Counter Strike or we'd play Quake. And I love the shit out of Counter Strike, but they still support that game too. So it was like before all those Call of Duty games and stuff.
All right. Well, I'm gonna play another one of Tella's videos. Glenn asked for a supervisor. You want to say anything before we get it started?
Oh no, go ahead.
Or
Well,
Tella?
this is the day that he appeared to court for through Zoom. So when I left the courthouse, I happened to drive by his attorney's office, and I saw his van, and so I took a video of his van. And apparently, he saw me through the windows and called the police on me for stalking.
Of course, when you do what he does, it's stalking. But here we go.
I understand he might be a new officer, but arrest her for stalking. What's your last name?
I'm Klein, C-L-I-N, C-L-I-N.
Got the video audio turned up all the way, but it sounds low on my end.
Middle initial,
Mm,
yeah, what's your date of birth?
8465.
Perfect. Wouldn't have it any other way.
425.
Would you like to hang
495.
out and make sure that this is
I don't better not be saying that on video.
Hope that's not the one I thought it was. I thought there's a longer one that I meant to pull up.
So it didn't make sense. He was
Yeah, unfortunately, I just have short clips because of my phone. And that was after the police arrived and he called for the supervisor. Of course, he called for a supervisor.
Of course, because you weren't protecting our First Amendment rights. You were stalking him.
Yeah, on a public street filming.
Uh huh. Yep.
Let's see if I can. Let's see.
Ah, Gregor changed his profile picture.
I can't see which one it is. Let's see.
Welcome, Barbara. Bobby the Butcher. How you doing?
Oh, I think it's the one called Glenn Serial Calls Everett Police. And I know I give my name at the end, but I don't know how to mute videos. But that one is kind of funny. The Glenn Serial Calls Everett Police. 'Cause-
See if I can find it real quick.
Oh shit! I didn't see the comment.
And he wanted me taken to jail that day, and since the police wouldn't, told him it didn't work that way, that he needed to fill out a report, he waddled away mad because he refused to fill out a report.
He wants to try to get you arrested, but he doesn't want to go through the effort to do it. That's absolutely classic.
Yeah. He's like, no, take her to jail.
God, that guy sounds like a fucking half-wit.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it, but if
When
you
I
go to
look
her
at all my-
yeah, if you go to her channel, they're all short clips. I mean, but they're a blast to go through and watch.
It's like the third row down. It's just a minute video. But the when the officer calls for backup, he says, I have Glenn Serial here, because all Everett police know him by name.
Yeah. The link is up and posted at the top, so anybody who wants to come on up and join in the discussion, it either add to the Glenn Stereo or talk about something completely different. It's up to y'all.
We're talking about Omaha audits the other day. How he was trying to get people to pay for this lawyer called James Banks, and somebody had pointed out that was the dad from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I wonder if somebody was trolling him or by the suggestion of that attorney or what.
I have no idea. I just I was asking Polly if he could find a way to get Omaha back on there, so I'd come on as James Banks. Act as his lawyer. Because I mean, that's such a better troll than us just fucking yelling at him. Like, that gets old. Like, even with Connie, like I'm sick of yelling at him. He's so fucking irritating.
Hey, Kimbles.
Like, that's where we got with Mars the other day. It's just, we all were just yelling at him. He's just soaking it up, and the guy's fucking degenerate.
Hello, AK.
Oh, hi.
If anybody
Hello,
missed it, AK
beautiful AK.
did a great show last night, and hopefully, I think she's still planning on doing those shows every other week.
Mm-hmm. Yep, with it getting closer to winter and all, now because I'm not going to be traveling as much, I can actually try to stick to that schedule. I'm not going to promise it'll be every other week, but I'm going to try and make every other week.
But Dutch, if you can post AK's link, that way, if you're not subscribed to her, you can. And I mean, Tonic was up there.
Yeah,
it was pretty fun.
He's pretty much my co-host.
He's talking about the OnlyFans situation. Whatever happened to the rig with like Steve Pender and all that?
We're in only Discord now.
Oh,
Yeah.
He turned it to his brother. Sorry, Hank.
Oh, go ahead.
He turned it into a show with his brothers. It's actually quite funny.
Oh yeah, hilarious.
didn't even
Although
know Steve Pinner had brothers.
Although you tend to steal the show.
I'm not trying to. Like, I really am not trying to steal his show from him. Hi, Gregory.
You know, people do.
But I'm
Hello,
waiting for
Grady.
somebody to come up with the further adventures of Anal Leakage Man or Anal Seepage Man.
Oh no! Oh, it was so great.
And his,
I waited a lifetime.
and his sidekick, Little Dick Trickles.
Jesus Christ.
Well, she was asked they asked these questions.
It's called
And-
rapid fire.
Yep. And she was asked what's the world's worst superpower, and her answer was anal seepage.
Oh my god, yeah, that's pretty bad. Super.
I have been waiting so long to use anal seepage as an answer that would fit, and it was perfect. There's something wrong with me, I know.
No. But I did hear that AK was nothing but trouble. You know, that is something that people genuinely said.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that too, actually.
Nothing but trouble. She's a ne'er-do-well, a no good.
A channel killer. That
No, that's you, Kurt.
Me? I'm a
Was-
channel killer? No, I don't think so.
No,
Maybe.
I don't know what a
She's a
channel
chi-
killer is either, so you're one too. Yeah,
AK's a channel enhancer.
she is.
Yeah.
I try to.
So how's life down under there, Greg?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm still recovering from a sore throat, so I won't be chatting
shit, that's not good.
too long.
I was kind of wondering where you were. Didn't see you last night.
Yeah, no, I couldn't say 2 words. Honestly, it sounded. It was I overdid it. My last live. Too much laughing, too much yelling.
Yeah.
I'm
I-
assuming so. That'll.
I
go.
will agree with Bobby. I will agree with Bobby.
And I
AK is a sweetheart.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
she
you.
is.
Nobody in their right mind's going to disagree.
Nope.
Oh, that's not true. There are people who dislike me.
Yeah.
Yes, they're not, but
Yeah.
but they're not in their right mind.
Yeah, well,
Mm,
there you go.
well, no. So there's been a few people that our friendships have just ended. We just, you know what I mean? Couldn't come to a understanding on something, and when a friendship ends, I don't know about you guys, but for me, when a friendship ends, I simply walk away. I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you. I want you to eat, just not at my table.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with parting ways and just
Moseying on.
yeah.
I mean, I've had people do some foul things to me, and I don't see. Don't get me wrong. On here, yeah, I get caught up in all shit talk and blah blah blah. In real life, no, I don't play that way. I walk. You know, I don't know about you guys. Maybe it's but I just don't see a reason to fight in my real life.
I mean, I'm pretty straightforward. If you make me feel unwelcome when I visit your house, you won't see me on your doorstep again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the same, if I tossed you out the door, you'd be crazy to front up on my door again.
I used to
Yeah, it
take
could
like if somebody was it didn't want to be friends. I used to take that shit really hard, but over so many, I've just kind of like become pretty numb to it. But I remember
Tonic, I'm
what's
not
up?
sure what you're doing in the background, but it sounds like you need to stop that before you go blind.
Oh no, I'm playing a game. I'm playing it. But it's a controller
That's what they all
clacking.
say. That's what they all say, mate. Just pocket spool. Honest.
Yeah, so it's a
Right.
it's an Xbox controller clacking around. I can I can cut it out.
Is that
Is
the
that
new
a
game?
What? No, I've had this game for a while.
Oh,
I just don't play it. So I started playing it.
Hello?
the Reaper? There's a menacing name and a quick visit.
Well, he's having some. It said his device wasn't active.
There we go. I think I'm on there
Hello.
now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hello.
Alrighty. Yeah, my system was giving me a little bit of problem with the video.
Oh,
For a
okay.
second there.
Yeah. Sometimes it takes up too much for your. If you don't have the greatest connection, it'll cause issues.
Yeah, well, it's no fun trying to do it through a telephone. That's for sure.
No,
It's
I
serious.
agree.
Yeah, it
You
eats
know what,
batteries
though?
alive.
Okay, but I would prefer using my phone compared to my laptop.
Yeah.
Oh no, give me my
Agreed.
lappy any day.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, well, I have a crappy microphone, so I know that.
Well, my home computer doesn't have either one of those two products at the present time to turn around and work with, so I have to do it through cell phone in order to make it work. And it seems to work better, but the video doesn't seem to stay on right, so I always have to keep dumping it.
Yep, sucks a
Keep
pen.
Yeah.
audio.
You might be having some bandwidth issues when you try and go use the video.
Yeah, it's a data issue. I found out about it. The
Yeah.
place I work with turned around and told me it would be a data issue. So,
Mm-hmm.
like with the audio, it works better.
Welcome up to the panel. Was there something you wanted to discuss?
Well, considering I got in a little bit late from when the system was telling me that you folks were on, Hank, hi, it's Spirit again.
Oh,
Pretty
hi.
sure you. Yeah, I kind of changed the name to make it a little more interesting.
Oh,
But
alrighty.
hearing about this so-called person that I did catch a little bit of a clip that you had there. Yeah, I've heard about this guy more than once. How many times has he been seen doing possible jail time and playing the sob-stick game? I wonder. I lost track.
Yeah. Well, are you talking about Floyd? Or are you talking about Glenn Stereo?
Both, actually.
Yeah. That's why I wasn't sure which one you were referring to. It fits both.
Basically, they both pretty much, as I see it, the same. They're, oh my, idiotic.
Yeah.
I've heard it dumb, but man, they just need a third. Put them all together, then we got the Three Stooges. The way I'm looking at it.
Yeah. Oh, but the way I'm just worried that I don't want to see anybody get hurt. But the way Omaha is going about it, he's going to get his butt shot one of these days because he has this habit of putting his hand behind his back, saying he's scratching an itch, throwing his hands in his pockets, making furtive movements.
Wearing all black and
Yeah.
Yep. I'm waiting for the taser day.
Well,
I honestly, sorry.
the one video where they brought a canine into the picture, he just became so compliant in a heartbeat.
Yeah. He's not completely stupid. I think he honestly believes he'll survive being shot.
Yeah.
Well, you better have
He's not
bulletproof underwear.
Superman.
You better have bulletproof underwear. Sooner or later, I swear to God, he's gonna get hit.
Oh yeah.
I really hope not.
Oh,
I hope he smartens up before that happened. But
I went on his
Hey,
page
Hank.
the other day. He's
Yeah,
he's
Glenn.
quite a personable bloke, but yeah, he's not the brightest, but he's a scammer, man. Seriously. As soon as I said g'day, he's straight on going, oh, you got donate some money. He said, donate some money. I'm going, oh, fuck off, man. I'm flat broke. Oh yeah, no, you're not. No, you're not. Fucking yeah. You know, I mean, apart from he dives on you quick. He's funny actually to chat to, but yeah, he's gonna get himself shot. I don't
What's
worry
up,
about
Glenn?
it.
No, I agree
But
with y'all. Yeah, I agree with y'all. And Omaha, if he don't straighten up, he will get himself shot.
oh yeah, certain.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna pull a stunt one way or another. You know, sooner or later he's gonna pull the wrong stunt, pull the wrong stupid card, and basically gonna end up with a problem he ain't gonna want.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's gonna be shot, tased, or otherwise, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna get hurt.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's wearing multiple layers of clothing and anticipating getting tased to defeat the prongs.
Yeah.
Which might end up going from might be getting tased to being possibly getting shot.
Oh yeah, big diff.
There'll be that one time though. I don't think either one of those weapons be drawn wise. That he's just gonna get a severe beatdown. I mean, there's always that possibility too. I mean, knowing how law enforcement works, if they ain't gonna get him with a taser, and they really don't want to draw their guns nowadays, considering the fact of all the bad publicity, I'm pretty sure that they're gonna tear him up. they're just gonna drop him where he stands and beat the living hell out of him.
Well, they've taken him to the ground with some oomph, but I haven't seen where they got anywhere close to being over the line with their treatment of him.
No. They've beaten on him.
Yeah, the frauditors, I don't really see a beat down from the cops being their worry. It's some of these are going after Joe Civilian out there that's just people in the wrong place minding their own business when an asshole with a camera comes through.
That silent
Okay,
voice.
I have to play devil's advocate because nobody's doing it.
Come on up.
If you're in public, right? These people are in public. Floyd,
Uh-huh.
yes, while he needs to change his behavior, he does have the right to be out there. If he would change his behavior, do the right thing, not be so suspicious about his behavior, that's what creates this sense of urgency from the police. Why is this guy having a mental breakdown? Is he on drugs? There's all these possibilities, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the ones that are out there just simply filming, they're allowed to. Man, they're allowed to.
I agree.
Depends on the
If
way
they're
they're
doing
doing
it responsibly and respectfully.
Yeah, and I don't put them in the frauditor category. But I do put Ass Elmo in the frauditor category because he goes up and he tries to get responses from people. PayPal Patty does the same thing. Glenn Serio does the same thing. They're all looking for a reaction from somebody to get clicks and views, and one of these days they're going to get somebody who doesn't give a damn, and they're gonna beat them down. I mean, Silent Boy's already gotten a couple of beatings from videos I've seen.
Not me. Not me.
No, Omaha. The thing about Omaha, he does one him.
I couldn't understand a thing you said, Glenn. You roboted.
It'd be nice. Sorry. It'd be nice if some of these auditors actually had a bit of balance and actually showed coppers doing their job and, saving someone or helping someone rather than this constant narrative of it's the police versus us.
Yeah. And
The way
Glenn,
I see it,
it's
the majority of them that want to turn around and basically do the glory thing by getting involved, getting in the middle of something that's going on. Those are the ones that should be stopped. Honestly, I'll agree with what you said earlier. You know, the
no,
majority of them that are pushing the wrong buttons, so to speak, to get clicks and likes and all this other stuff. Those are the ones that need to be stopped. Others that are doing it to help out, to showing the issues that are actually at hand, understandable. It's the ones that are not that are turning around and making it bad for others. It's
mhm.
similar to a lot of people that turn around and go into a group saying they're there to turn around and, you know, do a sit down, you know, as a protest, and then there's the ones that like to cause an issue by throwing items and causing chaos, which messes it up for all the rest that were just minding their, you know, just doing what they said they were going to do.
And
Those are
what's
the
so
ones that like
hard?
that.
And what's so hard to understand the concept of a limited public forum?
Yeah,
It's not.
okay.
It's not too difficult, is it?
I mean,
No,
a DMV is a public space, but it's a limited public forum. It's there created for specific purposes, which those purposes aren't coming in to grab video content for YouTube to make a quick buck.
yeah.
And
And then that's why they end up in jail.
and the post offices, DMVs, or any of these places where there's personal information being transacted, it should fall in the same category as it's not legal to sit over and shoulder surf somebody with a video camera when they're at the ATM.
Exactly.
So they should not be able to be videotaping them while they're doing personal transactions. Hey, Jason.
Jace.
Hey, what's going on,
Oh,
everyone?
absolutely. And there are some of those out there that are respectful of space, right?
Yeah. And hats off to
Obviously,
those that
we're
are
not.
hats off to those that are doing it right. I might not agree with them having any real purpose in what they're doing. We can agree to disagree on that, but it's but if they're doing it legally, I don't see issues with that. It's the ones that are doing things that are crossing lines that maybe it's legal, but legal doesn't always mean right.
Correct. Hey, what's up, Jason?
So,
Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Gotta hit the can real
Yeah,
quick.
I disagree with this whole concept of auditing. I mean, I understand cop watching. Yeah, that to me commendable, as long as you don't
Mm-hmm.
inject yourself into the story.
No,
But
I
going
find
into
more.
public buildings and filming public servants doing their job. Nah, come on. You come into my workplace
No,
and
if
film
you're
me, I'm
doing
gonna
a
get
FOIA
pissed off.
request and all that stuff, and you're actually doing what, you know, an audit is about, which is, you know, getting information and all these different things, I don't see an issue with that. I don't. I actually find that more important than filming the cops, because I would rather know what the money is really being spent on, what's really happening behind the scenes, and have these FOIA requests.
Well,
To me, that's part of an audit, is the FOIA request that they receive.
well,
Yeah,
if
but I
more of
mean,
the
going into
if more of the
Sorry.
auditors would go and educate themselves on the actual process and laws instead of going to YouTube University, and then their videos in a lot of cases are spreading misinformation.
Well, I'm yet to learn a single thing about the US Post Office, and I've watched hundreds and hundreds of audits of US Post
Oh, I
offices.
don't agree with those.
Never got
Those are
any
dumb.
information except the first bit of Poster 7.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I couldn't tell you a single thing that they do in those damn what I can see, obviously, they're posting shit, but I've never got information. They flash past all the pamphlets. They don't, yep, oh, here they are. There's the information. Boom. Okay. Still wouldn't know what the fuck to do in a US Post Office. It's not an audit.
I
It's
don't
bullshit.
understand it neither, the post office.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the problem with your post office?
My letter didn't get there on time.
Yeah. There's a lot of people out there that got grudges against that damn post office.
You damn right, Simone. Can't do that shit in Canada.
Yeah, you can't do it here, man. You start making a pest of yourself at the post
Federal
office,
offense
and
in the
yeah,
post office.
the police are going to pop up and go, "Hey, come along, sunshine."
Yeah. Well, I mean, doing it properly with avoiding going where personal information is being transacted. Avoiding when you audit a police station, you don't know what those people are in there for. They could be victims of domestic violence. They could be a lot of different circumstances, and you can make them you can be making them more uncomfortable in an uncomfortable situation by filming them.
Hey,
Izzy's in the
Hank,
dungeon
Hank,
getting a
Hank.
bit touchy. There, Hank.
Hank, check backstage.
Oh,
I just saw his private.
hey, Izzy.
Can I change the topic just a little for just a second?
Sure.
Okay. Did anybody watch my show on the Alaska Permanent Fund Dividend, and I did like the budget meeting?
Yep.
So we've had some recent. Okay, so it went down to the 535. They said no. Then there was a possibility they were putting it on the table that we were not going to get a PFD for the first time in 40 years. Then they just on the 19th, the governor made an offer for $2,350 per person. And I'm looking up now to see if there was anything. Oh, there's an announcement. Okay, hold on. I'll read the announcement. But anyway, so I'm going to find out whether or not it just happened.
Cool. So this is your yearly dividend from the government?
Yeah, Alaska has a yearly stipend they give the residents of the state for
living there.
Yeah.
Wow. It's got to be a bad place, man. They got to pay you to stay. Just saying. That's how it's looking from Australia.
Well, it's a hard life to live up there, so it's.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
I don't have a problem. They're taking.
They put into it.
Yeah.
Why not get it back? That's the whole idea of taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Give it to the government so it could trickle feed it back to you when you need it.
You should quit smoking. That shit'll kill you.
Oh my, yes, oh shit! Something's gonna kill me.
I'm on what, day 4 or 5? I don't remember anymore.
Oh, you quit?
I did.
Excellent. Good on you.
Hello, Easy.
I'm no quitter. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
Is he no doing obscene things to your microphone?
I do apologize.
Yes, we don't want another hammer incident like Tonic did.
How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing today?
Doing great. How you doing, Izzy?
I'm okay. Sundays. Yeah.
Monday morning.
Sunday's beer day.
Well, I'm retired, so it doesn't matter what day of the week it is.
That's it. They all end in Y.
Yep.
Now that you're retired, I mean, I'm not. How long have you been retired?
3 years.
So, since you retired, do you feel like you picked up any hobbies or anything to kind of fill time?
Oh yeah.
YouTube.
Nice. YouTube. I said hobbies.
Well, I volunteer with a few veterans organizations.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Awesome.
Yeah. And I got other hobbies like my gun range.
Your gun range?
Yes.
Like a gun range that you go to or a gun range that you have?
that I own.
You own a gun range.
Yes, a private gun range.
That's
sweet.
fucking awesome. Jesus, Hank, you just get cooler and cooler every time we talk.
Yep.
Swear to God, man.
I can jump on the gator and be at the range in about a minute.
That's so awesome.
It takes me longer to load my toys up on the gator than it does to drive there.
I have a couch.
Mm-hmm.
An American couch.
But are you retired though, Izzy?
No. I do have a couch though.
Well,
It's, red.
I made some choices that seems to be rather hard for some people. I chose to throw money back, ready to get prepared for retirement. Retired a little bit earlier than I planned, but
That's a good thing though, right?
well, if it would have been my choice to retire, it would have been. But my body started going to shit to where I couldn't do my work anymore.
Right.
Yeah, that's age for you.
27
Yeah.
more years, I can retire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do volunteer work. So if I'm late or miss a day because I'm not feeling up to it, sorry.
Yeah, deduct it from my wages.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't even imagine retiring. I don't know if that's my age bracket in realization, but it's. I mean, I have a lot of hobbies, but it's just a matter of like financially. I don't think I'll ever be able to retire.
Well,
right now.
They're
I
making it
was
hard here.
I was close to being able to retire about 10 years ago. But right before I decided to retire, I helped my mom get out of her medical debt, and it put a pretty good dent in my retirement fund. So I had to work a few more years to build it back up.
Oh, good on you.
Yeah.
Good son, man.
Hold that.
Yeah, here they're making it harder for people to retire. My age group will be the last to get the old age pension here, which isn't a great fortune, but it's enough to, if you own your own home, to keep the wolf from the door.
Yeah. I mean, I would be struggling right now if I still had a mortgage, if I still had all the other debt that you have. But
oh yeah, you couldn't finance that on your age pension. Not a chance.
no. But I've got investments that are still earning money, so and I've got my disability coming in, so
Yeah, well, they changed the system here to compulsory superannuation. Your employer puts in 9 cents in every dollar that he pays you. He has to put 9 cents into a superannuation account that you can access when you get to, retirement age, whatever that might be by the time people get around to that shit again. And you're supposed to live off that rather than, and the old age pension will be phased out when people my age group die out. Government will be glad to see the back end of us.
Well, a lot of companies will have 401ks that you can invest into, and they'll match your investments, or at least a percentage of it.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything. You can salary sacrifice. You can write that off every year on your tax. But the onus is on the company to pay your superannuation, and that's your pension when you retire. How much you can get in your super account. But
Everything
like
goes-
anything. Sorry.
Nope. Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying, like anything else, they put all the eggs in one basket. So if the stock market collapses tomorrow, so does Australia's pension scheme.
That's fun.
Yeah, that sucks. But that's
Hey,
how it
Hank.
works. They then
I ain't gonna
basically
go ahead
gamble
and
with
jump
your-
in. Thank you, let me up. I'll be in
All right.
chat.
Thanks for coming up, Glenn.
Nice
Thanks for
talking
coming
to
up, Glenn.
you. Have a nice day.
If everything goes to plan, I should be able to retire in 28 years.
28.
That's not too
I'll be
bad.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say 28 years?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Isn't that like a thing? But the way I think about it, while that is quite a, it's a ways away. It's not though. I mean, 5 years has gone by like that.
I always think time itself is strange. It always brings me back to like the saying, we are as far from the 1980s as the 1980s is as far from the 1930s. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was born in 86, and just, I remember like the 2000s. Like I remember like little things about the 2000s and like Y2K scare and MTV and stuff like that, and none of that
Back when
even
they played music.
yeah, they like all of it hardly exists at this point, And I know that's normal. I know things kind of
You
fall out
think-
of fashion.
Yeah.
You think the Y2K scare was bad, man? You should have tried the bloody Cuban Missile Crisis for frightening.
Oh,
It's a missile.
Yeah, I got to witness the birth of MTV Live. Watch them.
I'm sorry.
Watch them
Sorry
come
to
on.
hear.
Watch them come on the air and show "Video Killed the Radio Star."
Well, no, I didn't
Oh,
get
yes,
that
I
until
love
they
that
started
song.
showing shit like 16 and Pregnant. That's
Yeah.
when you knew like it was getting really bad.
It started out great. It was music 24/7.
Yeah.
Then they threw in a couple of game shows, and then some more reality, and just now.
Yeah,
it's-
real
I could have
world
lived. I
versus
could have
real
lived
rules.
forever with ridiculousness, though. I'm sorry, I could have.
Well, I mean, essentially, AKA, you can just make that show yourself. I mean, all you need is to look up a bunch of funny
Technically,
videos and comment on them.
Yeah, technically you can.
Nobody
Yeah.
wants to hear what I have to say about a video.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Yeah, you'd
Yeah,
be
yeah,
surprised.
yeah.
A lot more people watch YouTube than they're watching TV. Nobody really watches TV anymore, and it's getting harder and harder for Hulu to attract people to watch their original shows, much less the shows that they buy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I thought to myself, like, I guess it was maybe like five or 6 years ago. Like somebody was talking to me about TV and like a show, and I was like, I don't watch TV. I don't really watch anything. And they were like, "What do you do?" I mean, I was like, I have hobbies, but then I thought to myself, like, man, I watch YouTube like fucking constantly. So I mean, that's just kind of an allegory for TV, isn't it? It's the same
Yeah.
thing.
It's
in that category, really.
it's
Well, you
TV,
can
but
choose
it's
your own
a
programming.
it's a kind of self-made TV.
Interactive.
Yeah, I don't
ultimate
have.
reality TV, isn't it?
You can't make this shit
Like-
up.
Like when was the last
Like-
time you watched the show on TV where you could leave a comment?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can
and-
hear- Sorry.
Well, I like going different streams, and I can watch the programs I want to watch when I want to watch them. I don't have to go to some network schedule to go see.
Commercials.
Oh,
You don't have to check the
Oh,
TV
no,
guide.
remember the TV Guide channel. Holy shit!
I just wish you Americans wouldn't go to bed in the middle of the afternoon. YouTube's fucking boring, man. Yeah. I end up watching RT News and other
Yeah.
bizarre programs. Or
You know
Asian
what
ones,
show I've
as
gotten
they do it.
into from over in your area, though?
yeah.
A current affair. Man,
Ah.
we need that here. We need that.
Oh, the current affairs aren't too. They used to be really good, but now they're more like infomercials.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm talking like two years ago, a year ago. They had
Oh,
some
they-
pretty
Yeah.
interesting stories where they went and well, now you can't do that. The whole COVID thing,
Investigative
but
journalism.
yeah,
They do
it was
some
great.
good stuff. But they also like to sensationalize and click.
I remember getting so bored, like switching to the TV Guide channel and just fucking watching the TV Guide channel and letting it scroll. It was like mind-numbingly bored.
The actual book.
Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
Well, then the advent of the menu for your cable.
Yeah, I fucking ruined everything. Now what the fuck am I supposed to watch? And then they have like Netflix now, and they have so much dumb shit that it's like, what's the point of watching it? I watch
It's
it.
mind-numbingly dumb.
Hulu,
Yeah,
Hulu
yeah.
took South Park and they locked it behind live TV bullshit on Hulu. I don't understand why the fuck they would take their cash cow. I mean, I kind of do. Money, obviously. It's just kind of like,
Yeah.
the fuck. That
I
was
used
one
to
of
spend way too much on Hulu, to be honest. That is a whole fucking scheme. At least Netflix, you only have like the one payment, right? And I can even understand Disney with like you have to pay for the movie. You know, if you want
Yeah.
premiere access, but you can also wait and get it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which they have
But I
done
find
that,
it
I think.
ridiculous that you have to on Hulu, you have to buy Hulu, and then you get like these basic ass shows, and then you have to pay more to get the good shows. Like, what the fuck, bro?
They knew what they were doing when they came up with that scheme. I mean, like at this point, like I thought to myself one day, it's like, man, I don't watch TV, so I'm gonna cancel cable. What's the fucking point? But then I look at my bills and I have like Netflix and Hulu and Disney Plus, and I'm like, it's the same fucking price. It's like, what's the point there?
Yeah. Well, the only reason I got Hulu is because I got the Disney Plus with Hulu.
Yeah. We'll just get it as a
See, and
package.
Yeah.
I pay for the Hulu and I pay for the Disney Plus, and my sister pays for the Netflix.
Yeah.
Sharing accounts.
So I pay
Yeah,
for
it just and then if there's like special movies that she wants, she'll pay for it. Because I told her I'm not doing it. Just don't put it on my card.
Yeah. Then I get Amazon Prime. Even if it wasn't for the videos and stuff I could watch on Amazon Prime, I'd still have Amazon Prime for the free shipping and all.
Well, you know they made Rocky and Bullwinkle. They remade that for fucking Amazon Prime.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no,
Nobody
You guys
fucking
want to
knows
hear the
who Rocky
cutest
Bullwinkle
story
is.
What the
ever?
fuck? I love
Yes,
Rocky
I
Bullwinkle.
do. Hold
You're
on.
insane.
I have the cutest story ever. So my twins, you guys know that my twins were born super small, right? Like 1 pound 13 ounces, 2 pounds 15 ounces.
Right.
Their nicknames in the NICU were Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
It was the cutest thing
that's
ever.
Oh my
That's
God.
adorable.
So did Natasha come in and call him Moose and Squirrel?
No, but I had a very handsome male nurse.
Heyo.
Rocky and Bullwinkle, I love it. Which one was Bullwinkle?
The bigger one, we called him
Yeah,
Moose.
that was the moose,
The one with
right?
the big ears.
Yep.
You must be Bullwinkle.
Yeah, Rocky was a squirrel. He was like that.
Yeah.
That was my favorite character.
A flying squirrel.
Yeah. And now for something you'll really like. And he was-
Even I grew up with that.
yeah, but the newer kind of reiteration of it is, it's almost more entertaining than the original show. It's definitely like a engaging and super colorful. I don't know. I really enjoyed it.
I'll be the judge of that.
Hey, good. Yeah, go ahead and watch it
Got
yourself.
got a high standard to get up to the original
No,
Bullwinkle.
Understandably so, but I don't know. I really enjoyed it personally.
Well, and then they've slaughtered some of the cartoons, like they've taken away Yosemite Sam's guns.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah.
What's
They
the
took
point
away,
of Yosemite Sam with our
How can you
guns?
be the how can you be the rootinest, tootinest, shootinest cowboy if you don't have guns?
It's bloody difficult.
They took away
Jesus
Patty and Selma's ability to smoke cigarettes.
Wait, what now?
Yep.
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
you
So
that.
Patty and Selma, you won't see them smoking cigarettes in any future episodes of The Simpsons because of Disney.
Oh,
Because of
smoking
Disney.
is so cool.
It's the same.
I
here,
know.
If you make
Like
food,
I myself smoke constantly, and you know I'm the coolest guy. I'm very popular.
Yeah.
Well, and it's pathetic because they're bagging on smoking with those. It's showing smoking being bad, but no, you can't show it because it's promoting
Because-
smoking when it's not.
Yeah.
Well, that was
I-
part of their character.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad that they didn't like go as far as to take the episodes completely out of the history of Simpsons where Patty and Selma are smoking, but to just kind of like not put it going forward. I mean, they've done some even more decisions, like getting rid of Apu's voice work Like he'll still be in the background, but the guy who voices him. What game is this? Final Fantasy V for Game Boy Advance. But yeah, the guy who voices Apu doesn't do it anymore. They just put him in the background because apparently it was too offensive to have a guy voicing Apu.
Hello, my too big.
I don't like it.
I think we're overinformed.
Allowed to smoke.
I just think that with the Apu thing,
you
it was
Terry.
somebody wanting to make money off a documentary but not doing any work. So he just used his Indian heritage to act like he was offended by that character.
Right.
And that really is just genuinely gross. But I mean, he got what he wanted. Apu's gone, and he made a fucking, pretty penny off a shitty documentary about The Simpsons.
Yeah. It's funny because I always thought that cartoons like that were kind of mindless. Say when it came to canon, when you watch The Simpsons, you remember dumb shit, but the canon isn't something that's so important. It's just funny, and that's it. Just funny.
Comedy itself has kind of really changed, and in The Simpsons, because it's been going so long, you can actively see that depending on which episode you watch. So, sorry.
In the beginning, you couldn't get through an episode without Homer choking the living crap out of Bart.
Right, and now they can't have domestic violence.
It's part of the show.
Yeah.
But okay, so a good example of past humor would be this episode where Bart sells his soul. I don't know if you guys remember that one.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
So there's a part in that episode where he's biking at night and he turns this light on, but it makes his bike go slower. So out of nowhere, this street sweeper comes behind him and he jumps off the bike. And you think that the bike's going to be crushed, but it actually pops out the back of the street sweeper, and it looks completely clean. And then he starts biking for not even 2 inches, and it falls apart. And then you see the street sweeper maniacally laughing, but out of nowhere, he starts fucking driving down a subway stairway and crashes. And it's just all of that is perfect, but it doesn't. There's no product placement or anything like that. It's just mindless, fucking stupid. A joke.
Yeah.
It's all one joke that leads into another joke. Where nowadays it's really bad to where people will be like in the new Space Jam, for instance. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Which was fucking awful. Garbage.
Fucking awful. But there was a joke in there that the entire movie was one giant product placement. But there was a joke in there that I was like, damn, this is really the death of comedy, where they have the old lady. I forget what the old lady is. The one who owns Tweety. Yeah, the one who owns Tweety Bird. She's dressed up as Trinity from The Matrix, and they're doing that famous scene where they hold her up and she goes, "Can a girl check her Twitter?" That was the entire joke, was her just saying Twitter.
I wonder how much they got paid for that.
Well, that's the thing. The entire movie was basically WB being like, look how many properties we own, look how many movies we own, and how many parodies we can do out of them. In no way was it intended to be anything like the first Space Jam, which actually had fucking jokes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like at this point, actually, before I go to that point, I thought it was funny that they were so concerned with kind of defeminizing Babs.
Oh, Lola, Lola Bunny.
Yeah, or Lola, yeah, sorry. And they did all that to defeminize her and make her look more normal, I guess. But then they had no problem with showing the guys from the Clockwork Orange in the background. And I don't know if anybody's ever seen that movie.
Oh, that movie's vicious.
Fucking
That's
hell.
a good one. Man.
But I feel like, the saying where it's, you tell somebody to stop doing something and then they're going to keep doing it or do it even more. Even on YouTube, I feel like we coddle the general community. I'll watch something Mortal Kombat related, and the creator of that video has to gray out anytime there's blood on the screen, so it doesn't look like blood, or like turn it a different color.
Yeah.
As humans, we know what blood is, and that's kind of no contest. You don't really need to explain that to anybody. But for a creator to have to go through the process of changing an IP that he's just describing, which kind of falls under fair use if you think about it, if he's just kind of doing a review on it. But for him to go through that just to not get demonetized, I think that's overbearing, if that makes any sense.
Well, I remember editing blood used to be something that was reserved for things that were actually like ultra violent. You know,
Right.
like I remember the first thing that I saw that was censored violence wise was an anime called Fist of the North Star, which is
Yes.
yeah, okay. Terry knows something. You're already dead. But I mean, this was gruesome. It had people's heads exploding. It had people throwing fists through fucking bodies and shit. And you know, if you watch the original version, of course, it wasn't edited. But for American audiences, they would just overexpose the film to where you just couldn't see the blood.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
But I think it's also a cultural thing, you know. When your Americans are pretty graphic with your violence and stuff, so in Germany that's highly censored violence. But we have no problem with boobies and stuff like that. So nudity. So, you know,
I have no problem with you saying boobies.
yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty funny sounding.
Well, even Iran news is sanitized, and they don't show you blood. If they show you a car accident, there'll be, you know, cloth over any deceased or blood, and the only time you really see the dead is when they're carting them off in body bags. You know, and yet I remember when I was studying Italian, I had to read a lot of Italian newspapers, and their news, man, it was just out there. Like, you know, some dude was shot to death in the street. There's a photo of this guy laying carcass in the street and blood everywhere, and yeah, no worries about that. That's news, you know, which I agree with. You shouldn't censor the news, but yeah, it was a shock for me that, you know, you pick our newspaper up, you wouldn't see blood and gore. You would very sanitized.
Well, then there's some channels that look at. I love Matt Best. Every Halloween he comes out with if veterans were in horror movies. There's all sorts of blood in those shorts that he does.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
I
mean,
just.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was about to point out that the most violent television show that's ever been made is Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner.
Oh yeah.
It's something like every 12 seconds there's an act of gratuitous violence, you know, involving an Acme bloody Avel or you know, a brick painter.
Basically domestic terrorists.
Oh God, I can't stand that word anymore. Oh, for
But
fuck's
you know,
sake.
I struggle with that whole concept a lot of the time, because I think like art should not be questioned, like no matter what kind of art it is. I mean, you can be offended and stuff like that, but if your art suffers because of the societal norms or what you can and cannot do or get cancelled or whatsoever, that scares me quite a lot. And I'm not really sure if I'm like becoming the old guy, you know. I was rambling about on when I was younger, and like, man, get with the times. You just don't get it, man. You know, if I become that guy, but I don't like where we all going in our societies.
It's strange.
And we keep saying that. We keep saying that, but then again, like time keeps marching forward, and we're forced into this whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
There's nothing anybody's really going to do to stop it. Be like, oh, I don't like this. Too fucking bad for some reason. There's nothing anybody's going to do to change it.
Well, the dirtiest thing said on TV when I, up to the point when I was a kid, when June Cleaver said, "Ward, weren't you a little hard on the beaver last night?"
Oh my God! What? There was, I think in Family Guy or something,
Go
they
to
reference that, like, because I wouldn't
That
know
was
about
on Family
that.
Guy. You're right.
Yeah. I wouldn't have known about that if
Mhm.
it wasn't for Seth MacFarlane, like, bringing it back into relevance.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Well, Johnny Carson caught all sorts of hell and got FCC charges because he had Arnold Palmer's wife on, and he asked the question, "Is there anything that you do before a big tournament to help to improve Arnold's game?" She says, "Well, I kiss his balls," and he gets a sheepish look on his face and just, well, that must straighten out his putter. Zsa Kavor was on there, and she had her cat on her lap, and she asked him, "Would you like to pet my pussy?" And he says, "Yeah, move the cat, please."
I remember that stuff.
good
Yep.
Lord.
Yeah, he got slammed over that too.
A long way since Green Acres, eh?
Yeah.
well, and I think censors back then probably didn't know how to handle situations like that were off the cuff, where nowadays it's like they go out of their way to censor things, and just for shit's sake, and that's also a very stupid way to go.
Well, if I could stomach watch
When it
Jimmy
comes down to
Kimmel
that-
anymore, go
So-
ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, if I could
Boycott.
still stomach watching a show, Jimmy Kimmel used to have unnecessary censorship, where they would bleep out just words in a speech to make it sound like they were saying something dirty when they weren't,
Yeah.
or they would pixelate something that didn't need to be pixelated.
I don't know. I always watched Conan O'Brien, then they canceled that. So I never watched Jimmy Kimmel.
Conan O'Brien was great, or is great. No, was?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah,
what
no,
I
it's
can
was
say to
now.
that.
It's over. TBS fucking axed it.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah,
Well, he's only been going at it for like 30 years.
Yeah,
only.
And he,
Yeah,
and he
he-
just warmed up.
Well, when Johnny Carson retired, David Letterman was the show after Johnny Carson, and he got pissed off because they got Jay Leno to take over the Tonight Show instead of David Letterman, so he went out to a different network, and Conan O'Brien was his follow-up.
Okay.
yeah, and then he got fucked over for the Tonight Show too.
Mhm.
It was like-
Fucking Jay Leno, man. I mean, all of those shows really have like lost their relevance because people just don't fucking watch TV anymore.
I mean, look at us. We make our own entertainment here.
That's it.
What we do.
Well, and
Can
we're
you
still
get
we're
into the
still being.
minutia of someone else's
20
life.
years, no more cable.
That's the thing. Even making our own entertainment, we're still censored, no matter what we do. Like even us. Like I'm a fucking nobody, but if I want to come on here and say, I don't know, for example, just some ridiculous racial expletives or play pornography, well, fucking YouTube boots it off. They're a private company. They have the right to do so.
And
Yeah.
if it was on my channel, I'd boot you off for saying racist comments.
Oh, you know I wouldn't, Gregory. Shut up.
Oh, no, but I'm just saying we self-censor as well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, if somebody says something on my channel, I have no problem with booting them off, and I don't want to hear the crap about them infringing on their First Amendment rights. I'm not a government entity.
Fuck
So you
all
have
you
no-
white people.
Even the First Amendment rights.
Oh,
are
that's
still
it.
over
Boot that
my
guy.
right is to say fuck
I
off.
know, right?
Fucking racist against white people. Get out of here, you bum.
Yeah, no. You watch me and Joe Cool are going to be tag teaming on your white ass again soon.
Oh, jeez, Joe Cool.
Bring it
That
on,
doesn't sound as
Bring it on.
intimidating as you probably thought it did.
Yeah,
That-
you can keep that, my friend.
That sounds like an episode.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
That kind of sounds
Don't
like
threaten
an
me with a good time.
Yeah,
I was
That
gonna
kind of
say
sounds
that.
like an
but you
episode
did
for
it.
OnlyFans.
Maybe I should have thought that through. It was a good pickup, AJ. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is an Eiffel Tower going to be involved?
Fucking Joe Cool caught some real bad shit from Teresa the other day. I was surprised at that. That shocked the hell out of me.
From who?
Excuse me, Teresa.
Oh, yeah. I was still a little confused about that, to be honest with you.
Oh, Joe Cool is known for interrupting. All the fucking time. I love Joe Cool. He's an okay guy, but Jesus fucking Christ, the guy cannot read a goddamn room.
Yeah, he's like an Australian.
Like an Australian, I know.
Our fucking time he's gonna be in here. You know that shit.
You've said that. Another two Aussies are going to show up in a second.
Yeah, they're like vermin. They fucking go in packs.
We just lurk on the
No,
outside
they're talking
of
about you. They're
YouTube
talking
going,
about you.
did we hear someone badmouth Australia? Let's get in there and sort those fuckers out.
Fucking Australians, man. No end to
The
them.
German lady had did a clip, and she actually wrote it up as Australians arguing on YouTube or something like that, and it was Jimmy and Rogue Nightmare having a really mild set to him. I mean, it was pretty tame from Australian standards, but
But it was
German lady
probably
found it unique.
well, it was probably good clickbait to grab the Australian crowd in.
Oh yeah, sucked me in. I'm going, oh, and then I saw Rogue and Jimmy, and I'm going, oh shit, this must be bad. And I got on it, and I was yawning by the third.
Well, yeah,
way through it.
Rogue Nightmare is a kind of controversial character in the fact that she, tends to. God damn, there we go. She tends to just like either love or hate somebody, and then when it comes to her, personality,
The ability to filter. The ability to filter.
Yeah, she has
Could be
zero
lacking.
filter. Yeah.
The poor thing, she has surgery today, so regardless, he's open, she's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't personally have a problem with her, but I can see why other people would.
Yeah, I think the whole concept of liking or hating somebody on YouTube is kind of strange. Except for Izzy. You can have a man crush on Izzy.
Oh,
That's alright.
That's different. All I want to do is run my
Yeah, you can
fingers
keep
through
your
it.
heterosexuality if you still have a man crush on Izzy. That's fine. That's
This is a safe space.
Izzy is like, take me now, take me now, I want to die.
Stuffed cat in Australia.
Wanted to die since I woke up this morning.
I woke up with my shoulder fucking killing me this morning. Fucking sucked. I don't know what's going
Sleeping around?
Yeah, I think I slept on it weird. And
How many pillows you use?
2.
Oh, well, that's not too bad.
It's
Taking
that,
up to
that
3,
hard
start
work
getting
you do,
neck
Tonic.
issues
Phil.
and shoulder issues.
Oh yeah.
As
You're
long
getting
as you weren't-
ripped.
As long as while you're using those 2 pillows, you weren't hollering O'Brien.
Oh, Brian said. Oh my god. I think it's starting to get to that guy that he realizes like how much of a fucking joke he is at any given time. Like it really sunk in when Corrosive came up and started imitating his fucking voice and he fucking rage quit.
Yeah.
Like that's what got to him. We were sitting there calling him a fucking chomo and shit, saying we were gonna bang his wife, but no, somebody doing a fucking imitation of him. That's what makes him fucking rage quit.
Got to draw the line somewhere, right?
It also get his goat when Corrosive would use his soundboard and get the gorilla noises and Jabba the Hutt and.
Oh my god, why? What? Some people just can't. Like, I've had hundreds of memes.
Puss.
Like I've had so many memes made about me with my face on it and everything. Like, and some people just cannot stand to have their face memed once. Izzy knows who I'm talking about here, and so does Terry. Marty is one of these people where he's this like expert troll, you know, but as soon as we put his face on a baby, he starts freaking out, starts getting fucking pissed. That's all we did was put his actual face on a fucking baby, and he just gets furious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say like Marty had the Emperor wears no clothes moment, you know.
Oh, the poor man. So you found his weak spot, and like a bunch of vultures, you swooped.
Yeah,
in
but you know, if you
and
like,
disemboweled the man.
if you like this elaborate troll on YouTube and stuff, then it comes with the territory that it's your time.
tell
now,
me
so-
about it.
Right.
That shit
I,
on YouTube.
I think one of my
Used to the
favorite.
daily troll.
I think one of my favorite Marty memes was when somebody mixed the picture of his face and Cyrex together. It's just, dude, why did we not see this coming? It's like if you're playing baseball and a fucking ball hits you in the face because you didn't have your fucking glove up. I don't understand like how this happened to the guy. Like he knew that eventually the fucking flack was going to come back on him, especially when he's sitting there going on masshole, defending a fucking pedo, trying to get people on his side. Like I was talking with Cheap Mangos about this yesterday, who like talks to Boit people all the fucking time. Like he does an entire show talking to Boit people, and you know he fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Let me Bobby the Butcher, yeah, ego makes you what you are, but ego's got to be tempered with humility.
Yeah.
I think that could be said. Kind of comes with the territory kind of situation.
Yeah, but also ego is a thing you got to back it up. You know.
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
have
yeah.
an ego, but if you have something to back it up, then it's more than if you have a great ego and nothing to show for it, then it's kind of pathetic.
I got something to
Makes you
back
look
my
silly.
ego up.
And I've definitely looked like an ass in my day, like especially when my channel was like newish, and you know, like, I was going back and watching old episodes of me, and I'm like, what the entire fuck? Like
I've questioned what you do sometimes, but I don't put anything for it because I know it's your decision.
Well, nowadays
No harm, no foul.
it's not nearly as bad as it was. Like nowadays, my show is fucking tame in comparison to what it was. I remember having episodes of me screaming at the fucking camera, of me just like fucking, like having these conversations that were just absolutely like. And you know what? Hold on. One
Tell
of
me
my
you never punched your monitor.
no, I've never actually broke anything.
Thank fuck for that, because I know you've broken controllers.
No, I've never actually broken a controller either.
I do.
You did not have your Wings of
Don't lie.
Redemption moment there.
He's an American hero. I swear to God.
He is.
There was an episode where we actually got this guy Tyler NY to tell Cyrex's mom to suck his dick.
Oh,
I know exactly what you're talking
No,
look
it's
at
like,
that.
yeah, it's like one of the best episodes. But here, I got a clip from it because somebody else.
Look at that doji.
Donnie.
Beautiful.
Enjoy the cuteness here.
And now the time for a puppy break.
Oh,
The cuteness comes
that
with
puppy.
AK smile.
What the hell is that?
Oh, give that puppy a keys. Oh,
No, he said keys, not a kiss.
Oh, such a good puppy.
AK, you need to explain to your dog he's a Chihuahua, not a French poodle.
Yes.
But here you go. I got that clip loaded up for you, Hank.
Oh my God.
I seen that dog in Gremlins, right?
So back in the day, like I said, the show used to be a lot different. Nowadays, it's like kind of a more reviewing footage and talking about it kind of show. But man, this clip is just one of a fucking kind. I love this episode.
Why can't you just grow the fuck up and leave me alone? I don't understand it. My fam, dude, right now, no, Tyler, listen, bro. Right now, Tyler, my mother is on the edge of ending up in the fucking hospital with a high ass blood pressure.
That's your fucking fault.
How is it my fault? You're the one that fucking started this shit, bro.
You're the one making her stressed out.
Hey, Tyler.
Tyler.
I'll tell you what, I'll take you up there so you can fucking tell him your damn self, little boy. I'll show her Go ahead and say it.
I told her to suck my fucking dick. I don't want to see your grandma.
Hey, Mom. I got Tyler on
Look,
here.
yeah, look, dude, you're making her stressed out right now.
Hey, Tyler,
How's
watch
it my fault?
Hey, Tyler, you got something to say? Say it right here in front of both me and my family.
Yeah, Sally, suck my fucking dick, you whore.
Hey, Tyler, why you fucking killing yourself? Hey, Tyler.
Oh, and then he runs away.
Little bitch. You act like a coward. Why don't you fucking take that gun, put it to your head, and blow your goddamn brains out? Boy, do the world a favor and fucking kill yourself, you little fucking weird ass.
That used to be my show.
Wow, YouTube has evolved so much
Yeah.
since then.
And you know, Tonic, I want to say whatever your theme is you use on your browser, it's just wrong.
The looks on AK's face said it all.
What have you done to poor AK?
Leave her alone. She's just like.
I think we might have broke her.
The fuck did you do to her, Tom?
What the fuck is that?
I hit the wrong
that?
button.
What?
I hit the wrong
I
button.
don't even know what that is. My brain's going, no can compute. No can compute.
Come on, hey, you know what?
Hey AK! Hey AK! Hey AK! Are you new to the whole Cyrec thing or what? Hey AK!
No.
Okay.
What's up, Polly?
Sorry,
you
I'm
only gotta say
late.
my name
Sorry,
one
I'm
time. I do
late.
know my name.
What's up, Polly?
Oh my god. Oh my
I think
yeah.
he was doing an imitation of
Hey Tyler. Hey Tyler.
Yeah, that's like
That's
hey
good.
Tyler! Hey Tyler!
No, she's
Yeah,
just,
no, I would say
unacceptable.
Kate from Masshole really kind of like kind of pissed on the whole thing with the catfishing him as a 14-year. Like if we didn't have that, there would still probably be like Cyrix would probably still be popular in some respects, but I mean that killed it. That's what honestly
you don't follow
fucking.
him anymore?
Yeah, I
No.
agree.
That killed it?
Yeah, that's oh,
You are living in a delusional
Okay, no,
state
you don't.
there,
Oh,
Sir Fox.
listen. You
A
don't
lot of
even
desperate
know
creators
like
out there need
like some of
these
the
people.
best episodes, some of the best fucking.
My all-time
clear.
favorite video of Cyrex is when he got that record contract with the Bender Boys.
Oh,
That's my
Shot records on this arm. Killing Cloud records on this arm. Bender Boys records on the back, baby. BBR until the day I die.
It was cruel. That was cruel.
No, that was not cool.
Oh
Oh my god.
it's you can't talk. I get a little bit.
Cyrex's girl. What was her name?
Heather.
Noelle. No,
What?
the other one. Noelle, the girl from OnlyFans.
Oh shit! Yeah, the strawberry.
Strawberry,
whatever,
Yeah,
right.
Strawberry. As that was happening, she sent me a message on Twitter and offered me like a 60-day subscription to her
Oh
OnlyFans.
yeah. She was doing that to everybody because she knew like this was her moment because she had like 100 and something people watching Marty stream, so she was going to send out a coupon to everybody fucking watching in the chat.
I sent her a message back. I was like, "No, thank you."
I remember when she got fucking Marty to watch her play Minecraft, and I go on there and I'm like, Marty, do you even know anything about Minecraft?
Fucking, I thought I spent too much time on the internet.
Oh my god!
You know, those magical moments
Well-
seem to appear
well,
from time
AK?
to time.
Apparently, you're not alone. We have other folks that
Yeah, it's still one of my favorites that like is just goes like unseen is on a different channel entirely called Aunt Jemima, where Cyrex sings Michael Jackson's "Beat It." Like, no, it's not.
I mean, let's be real. That's kind of appropriate.
I mean, no. It's because obviously Cyrex can't fucking sing, and so you just hear him go, no, Nintendo. Like,
no.
Well, kind of like his rendition of silent.
The Sound of Silence.
The Sound of Silence.
Oh.
I mean, it was so bad. I wanted.
That was great.
Yeah, it was so bad. I wanted to slap Paul Simon for writing the song.
With all due respect, whatever tops it off, nothing beats the fact that whenever he does his live shows, the microphone he carries around isn't plugged in.
Yes, that triggers me so much. That triggers me so much. Like every time I think, plug the damn thing in, God damn it.
Oh my god!
It's like that wanker with the egg wisp. Every time I see that egg wisp, all I want to do is belt him in the head with it.
Yeah, no, he could talk into a Coke can or something like that, but it's just a prop for him. It's just...
Well, I was just hoping that Will Turdbit would have audited Jeremy DeWitt before he got thrown in jail, so we could have fake Mike, fake cop.
Yeah.
But you know, I also like his music theory stuff when Cyrex goes into music theory and how you don't use the black keys
because they
don't correlate to human ear. But the funny thing is, like the comedy writes itself, if you only use the white keys, you will be in the key of A minor. See, A minor.
Oh god, no, I remember. Okay,
works in funny ways.
There's a video of him like playing songs on the keyboard, and out of nowhere,
blindfolded.
No. This was before that. He was just all he had was just like a MIDI keyboard, and he's just sitting there hitting the buttons and just mashing on the keys. And then out of nowhere, during the middle of the video, you hear a YouTube advertisement.
Well, it sounds like he had the piano prowess of the first viral video I ever saw. The damn cat sitting there.
I would say that cat played much better than he did. Okay. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I'd go on record saying that.
I love the phase when he did this. You know, he's inventing a new musical genre all the time.
Oh yeah.
So when he discovered some obscure voice filter, and he did like covers, like robo covers of popular songs and stuff like that. Oh, just
I've heard him on more than one occasion say he was working on a classical album, and I always wondered what that meant.
No, I remember when you had him on my show. We were doing an interview, and Izzy, you were just like, "Yeah, this is stuff you can really find on the radio." Like, we had so many interviews with him. Like, he would.
My god!
He actually thought my show was like somewhat of a fucking like music review show or something. So he'd always we could always get him to come on and do an interview.
Oh, I laughed when he was so mad at Skull Kid when he was pointing out his classical work, and he was like, it's just MIDI and you assign different instruments, right? No, I played myself.
But no. It's best when he challenged Skull Kid to a fight, and everybody had to point out that he was gonna fight a crippled guy. I was just in a fucking wheelchair.
Yeah, but also that led to this whole when they had that cameo with an ICP guy, that whole battery smoking skit he did. That
That was classic. Oh my god! To this day, like that's still one of my favorite things he's ever done. Where he lights the battery and then takes it away from his mid, just like ah.
It gets better and better. He's like a fine wine.
Yes. And I also quite enjoy his racing videos. Those are great.
Oh, I
love
hated those. Those were the
No,
worst.
when he played Formula One, that was just great. You know,
Oh,
when he ran
no,
out
no.
of fuel in the
There was one part where he was like talking about this rainbow car he had for his brother, and he's trying to explain LBGTQ shit to people, and it, dude, yeah, oh my God, fucking damn it.
I'm gonna have to pop down, people. It's 5 o'clock in the morning here. I've got to do some shit before the house wakes up.
Oh, you're a little
Alrighty.
killer there, Gregory.
Yeah. I'm taking it easy tomorrow night. Young Terry and I will be doing the antediluvian files.
Oh shit!
To
Yeah.
keep.
Oh, it's still happening?
Yes,
analytic
yes,
Numbers
we're-
ticking over.
Just keep it going, yeah.
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 And so we'll be up there wreaking havoc and destroying Brad's good name. So if
Is
you-
Brad?
anyone-
How's Brad doing?
Oh, I did one of my secret streams earlier, you know, like I don't have content on my channel, but when I'm live, right? So, and Brad actually popped up, you know, he was quite high with his painkillers, but, you know, but yeah, he's managing. He's quite sad that he lost his truck, you know, loved that truck. So, well,
Yeah, the Nissan Patrol's a write-off, or at least it sounds like it's a pretty good chance that the insurance company will write it off. So yeah,
Well-
he's not happy, the poor bugger.
Yeah. Well, this show definitely took a 90-degree turn.
Oh yeah, sorry, we got kind of carried away.
Sorry about that.
yeah, sorry.
Anyway, folks, you have fun, and I will catch you later tonight, Terry.
All right.
Yeah.
See you, Greg.
All right,
send
ciao,
you
folks.
send you the link later.
Peace, Greg.
Cool.
Yeah, but you know, if you go down the Cyrex rabbit hole, you just start to reminisce and stuff. It's well.
Oh yeah.
never know
Oh
where you're
yeah. It's just we're going one direction and just bam, 90-degree turn, and there we're at. It,
Yeah, I mean there's
It's all
memories
good.
with like even like what me and Evil Abe were talking about Tony yesterday, back before he kind of revealed his true colors. Tony was actually quite a personality. There was one episode where I was flying on it was like 4 tabs, and we got him to sing lounge music over me playing like synthwave music, and it was absolutely fucking classic because he's like, "Yeah, girl, you broke my heart."
alrighty then.
It was just I miss those episodes for sure. Like I said, my show's not like that anymore. It's a much different show. It's a much different audience.
I'm happy you got your channel back. That sucks that you got that little strike for a little bit.
Fucking Bender boys, man. They can't stand when I make fun of their fucking lolcow.
You know what it is, though. It's just you get more people on your panel with different backgrounds and that are more interesting, and they have fucking nothing. Well, I think now they'll probably have a little bit more content since Violent J put out that thing about him retiring or ICP retiring, but we'll see what
but,
happens.
I mean, how long can they really run with that fucking story before it's just kind of like, we've heard it. It's kind of a one and done kind of deal.
Look, in the 90s, you know what? Actually, in the 90s, they made it very, very, very clear that when the 6 Jokers card came, it was over. They weren't going to do it anymore. They were going to do different stuff. They talked about it on their hotline constantly. They were going to keep it to productions that they had, in-house, and it was going to be over. But you could tell that from a financial standpoint, that would be financially devastating to them.
Oh, completely.
Regardless
They'd have
of
to go back to their normal lives, and they became acclimated to this like better life. So to watch them kind of go back, I couldn't see them doing that either.
So, like, you think about in the context of them going into a situation where they wanted to try and be rappers without the clown paint, and then once that failed, they go back to the clown paint. To me, that's like copping out. It's like a complete sellout, and you're doing it basically to pander to the individuals that you sell to. And
well, they were really bad about marketing. I remember them putting out 3 different versions of the same fucking album to get sales.
Well, you know why they did that. I mean, are you referring to the Bizarre Bizarre album, or are you talking about?
No. Those were 2 totally different albums. I'm talking about Bang Pow Boom, where there was 3 different ones.
Oh yeah, that was a disgusting marketing tactic.
Well, Kiss learned that that taking the makeup off and trying to go without the makeup, that tour bombed.
Yeah, absolutely, sure did. And then, like, if you look at the Insane Clown Posse's career, and then you look at Kiss's career, they parallel so much.
What a weird thing to say.
No,
right, it is weird.
Yeah,
it is weird, but it's 100% true.
Well, I went to I think they were calling it Kiss Free Tour or something like that. Where they're out of their makeup. They were playing some of the exact same songs, but it just didn't feel the same. They didn't have the pyro going with it. The stage show was just blah.
See, you can tell when bands think that their gimmick is only going to last so long. I think even like bands like Slipknot, like they did the self-title, they did Iowa, and then they went into Volume 3 and they did the Death Masks. And the Death Masks were basically just their faces. And you can tell that they were just so burnt out from the gimmick that something had to change. And then from Volume 3 on, you could tell that like everybody kind of wanted to do their own thing, which worked.
I think if you go to a Kiss show or something like that, you expect a spectacle, right? So it's the same with Rammstein, for example. Nobody wants to see a Rammstein unplugged or something. So you go there for the fire and for the whole thing.
Yeah.
So if they lose, then it's kind of.
Speaking of Rammstein, I've seen them 9 times, and each show is better than the last.
I saw Rammstein at the Under the Bridge Music Fest in Schweinfurt.
Oh, Schweinfurt.
It's a big out in the industrial section of town. There's this huge bridge, and they set up a stage under it, and it's the Under the Bridge Fest each year.
Yeah, I've been there once.
Tell me that their shows aren't fucking amazing.
Yeah,
it was.
They know what to do.
I hadn't even. That was my first time ever hearing them. Their music hadn't made it on American radio yet.
Yeah, I've found them when I was just a pup, and I swear, man, that band aesthetically changed my life for the better. Like I couldn't believe. Like I left every show with singed eyebrows. I swear to God.
Yes,
but
we love fire.
But like I think that's like the point. Like once you have a gimmick, and you got to stick to your guns, no matter what, because ultimately the fans are going to be the ones that decide if they're interested in what you do or not. And Kiss specifically, they did the no paint disco era, and that really they fucked up. They fucked up majorly. And I don't know. When it comes to bands like the Insane Clown Posse, going back to them, that there was no way possible with the fan base that they have still, that they were going to be able to take the paint off and do the gangster rap that they wanted to do from the get-go.
No, because Eminem killed that for them completely.
Absolutely.
Eminem completely swamped that entire game and then fucking basically spit on them and just turned them into fucking jokes.
Well, if the adult me went back in time to the first time as a teenager when I heard Insane Clown Posse, and I was to know that they're still going to be out doing their shit 35 years later, I would have.
You got to give it to
Bizarre,
'em.
right?
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
You got to
Yeah.
give it to them. They are there, and you know what? Now that you said that, when it comes to groups and bands that have worked from the get-go to fight to become I don't want to say mainstream, but to gain a fan base. If any band is to ever learn anything from that, follow what the Insane Clown Posse's done historically. Historically, they built something. They built an empire just by driving around to different places. They claim that in the early days they would drive to high schools and kind of slang records out. I wouldn't do that today. I don't think that's a good idea.
Definitely not. It's a different era.
You might get arrested. But at the end of the day, they built something, and you know they need to be commended for what they've done. I mean, they did something to hip hop that nobody else did.
If you would have told me there was still going to be juggalos today, like I would have been wondering what drugs you were on.
Well, and when you bring up juggalos to almost anyone that doesn't associate with that culture, like I know when I came to the 1A community, and I would say that people would be like, they still fucking exist, or like I'd get somebody like, what the fuck is this, the 90s?
Hey, Jimmy.
Like,
hey, Jimbo.
Yeah.
But definitely confuses.
They're fucking workhorses. They're fucking workhorses.
Well, you have bands like Metallica that had to start from the underground because it could get no airtime on free stations.
Right.
Fucking Slayer, for that matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you had Slayer, the big five for the heavy metal that came through with Metallica. You had Slayer, Metallica, Anthrax,
Megadeth.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Who else? I think it might have been more of the big four: Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, and Slayer.
Fucking Megadeth, man.
Also, David Hasselhoff was great.
They a couple years back they did they had all four bands up on stage.
Yeah, they did the Big Four tour.
Yeah.
What the fuck? How did they get fucking Dave Mutasing and fucking any of the members of Metallica in the same room at the same time?
I know.
They worked it out, I guess.
Yeah, they figured it out in the end. They even did a song together. I think. What did they do?
Am I Evil?
Am I Evil? Yeah, they did Am I Evil a lot together. It was everybody too, right?
You had one drummer with a drum set and the other drummers banging on fucking pickle jugs or something. It was it was insane.
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
I actually got to start my show here fairly soon.
Oh, you're gonna do a show?
Yeah, we're and you can join if you want, Terry, because you have quite a bit of history too. We're actually going to here in a minute. I'm going to make something to eat and then I'm going to start it. But the entire just kind of history of Connie from start to finish. You know, I would like to get people's people on that have their experience, kind of share their experience personally.
I'll be there.
Start to the yard sale.
Yeah, from when I found him, like, and it's not necessarily a bashing of him. It's just like fucking what I've cataloged.
So it's kind of you are closing the chapter, so to
Oh,
speak.
completely. Yes, I am done. I am absolutely fucking done. I've moved on to it's a different guy called Joey Wolf, which is so much funnier. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Connie himself it's boring me.
I'm already done with him.
Yeah. Hank's in the same fucking boat.
Yes, I saw Hank when Connie did his apology tour, and I understand where Hank is coming from. You know, it's quite a cruel thing to say what he said.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I just never in a million years would I ever say anything like that to Hank, but I consider Hank a good friend. I always have. He's always been such a nice person to me.
I wouldn't go there with my fucking enemies.
Yes, I'm not into the whole like internet friend thing, you know, but it's just something you don't say. It's like even if you think it, it's kind of fucked up, you know.
Yeah, and that kind of shows like the mental instability that he's going through. Is that he's kind of thought about these insults even for an iota of a second, you know.
Yeah, I'm glad he gave the people the apologies that he gave the apologies to, but just because he said he's sorry doesn't mean we just
Yeah, you can, you know.
come on back into the come on back. Let's play like it never happened.
Yeah, of course. You know, he can make his apologies, and if they're like coming from the heart, it's all good. But you cannot expect people to say, "Yeah, okay, well, it's over for me now too." That's not how it works.
If I can only get Mars Life to, I mean, you try ignoring him and he just keeps filling your chat up with bullshit until somebody has to react.
Jimmy, Joey, yeah, he's old news, but there's plenty of footage that, you know, my audience, for instance, has never seen, and there's plenty of stuff to go over.
No, I think it's good that you make kind of a closing the chapter thing for you. That's always
Yeah,
great. You know?
I just
because
I
you have been involved for quite a long time, so why not make it like a So that's
right. I mean,
fine.
I used to find it really funny when I'd like go on my lunch break and you'd have him just playing a fucking like GTA 5 and like Tonic the Fox and just fucking go on a 20-minute rant.
You know, but to be fair, early Tonic and Marty kind of similarities, you know.
Well,
I know. No, I know.
Tonic,
that's yeah.
Tonic, you were Connie's Antichrist.
Yes, still am.
Yeah, I mean his whole beef with Andrew was he wanted Andrew taken off the internet because he brought you to this community.
Now I liked it.
I mean, you can't make shit like that up. I mean, that's actually came out of his freaking stupid mouth.
You know, I loved it when Tonic like became this ominous figure almost, like he transcended being someone. So everything that came up, it's just, there must be Tonic behind it. So no matter what it was, it's just like
And it's funny that you compare it to fucking Marty, because that's what broke me. That's why I was just like, I can't do this. I'm not going to become that fucking character.
Yeah, well, good on you. Yeah, it came around.
Yeah, I did. I got better things to do with my life. So like I said, I'm just gonna make a comprehensive like catalog of what I've observed, what I've got. I got Britt coming in to give me more of the story, like because she's got more of it than I do.
I like Britt.
Yeah, Britt's wonderful. She's a wonderful person, honestly.
Well, yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, Mars isn't here because all my mods know that his first appearance is you ban whatever account he appears on. So I wish more channels would just ban him from their channels so we don't have to put up with his shit. He never has anything of substance to say, never has any proof for his allegations to say. So why are we giving him the platform to dispute his bullshit?
Yeah, I don't get that guy. Like even less than Connie. Like from what I've seen,
yeah, Mars has way less substance. Like Connie's actually like Cyrex. He's actually funny to a degree when he flips out. You know, I like I don't know. Mars is just he's so self-absorbed when he gets angry that it's disgusting.
He's fallen into the soft-sit philosophy, hook, line, and sinker. The deny everything that's against your beliefs to the death. No matter what evidence is brought out to show that what he's saying is wrong, he always denies it.
Right.
Yeah, for me, it's always funny if you have like, well, let's call it not so contributing members to society, right? Lecturing you what it is like to be a member in society. That's always cracks me up.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then at 8 o'clock, I'm having my Taco and Tonic's Gaming Monthly, where we're just going to talk about video games for an hour or so.
Taco Tonic.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll be-
Me and
It'll be
Taco
TNT, buddy.
Damn, I didn't think about that. That's actually pretty catchy. Terry, we started that last month. It's the third Sunday of every month where we just talk about, we pick a certain subject about video games and we talk about that, and we talk about games to buy, that just came out, and like what games not to avoid. This month we're talking about remakes and when they re-release a game or something like that, because
Don't let Rex know about it,
oh god, yeah. No, he apologized yesterday for that. That was
okay, it's all good.
Yeah, no, he was having a bad day or something like that.
Yeah, it seemed quite out of character for him, actually. I was quite surprised.
So
that I didn't
weird.
get kicked off for talking about video games. I was like, what?
Yeah, I've been kicked off for plenty of things. I've been shunned for plenty of things, but never that.
Yeah. Oh well, I went on
Yeah.
and did other things.
Yeah, but it's just a weird thing, You
So
can
is it going to
say-
be on? Is that show going to be on your channel or Taco's channel? Or you?
No, that's good. It's going to be on my channel.
Oh, you have a Taco Tonic channel for the other stuff?
No. It's just on my regular channel.
Well, Taco Josh has a channel and Tonic has a channel, so I was trying to figure out
So
which
it's
one.
like you do a show together, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, this month, I because they can't Square Enix came out with. What's up?
I've got a request.
Okay, what's up?
Oh yes, do the beard. Ah, that's nice.
Beard. God damn it, Rogue.
Gotta love the beard game of Hank. That's great. I'm actually quite envious. If I could grow such a beard, I would be a happy man.
I don't know. I can't. I have no ability to
There
grow
we go.
facial hair on the side of my face. Hold on, let me.
His looks like mine used to. I'll say that.
Yeah, see, mine's absolutely not on the side.
Well, yeah, not so bad.
Yeah, it's not the worst thing. I need to get rid of this mustache because it's starting to get a life of its own.
Oh, see here. The Reaper also got a nice beard game going on.
It's not
Yeah,
bad.
but Tonic,
Normally, I don't
it's-
turn around and show my face.
It's the manual labor Tonic, you're keeping the testosterone high. So
Oh man, no. Last week, dude, it was so fucking terrible because our supervisor left for the day early, and just all these people decided they didn't want to work, except for me and another person. So we
you
carried
should be the supervisor. You're a smart guy, Crimes
here in maybe a couple of years or a couple of months or something. Hopefully, because the guy that they tried to have supervised, he can't read English at all, and nobody will listen to him because he speaks English terribly.
I get that. I feel the pain of the guy.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like it's commonplace that they have people that could do leadership within their company, but they choose to get some asshole that can't lead for whether it be a language barrier or they have no work ethic.
This guy's got work ethic. He's dense.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's for multiple reasons, like if they have no work ethic or they have a language barrier or they just don't know the ins and outs of the fucking job well enough to know what to do to lead it.
Right. No, I agree, and it's just. Ugh.
Yeah, I think I've been in a situation a couple of times in my career where I've been a team lead, like on software projects and stuff. And it's always if you lead some people, it's always like a bad look if you look like you're taking something from them. You should be the guy they look up to. Like, okay, if he's working hard, probably I should work as hard and stuff like that.
Yeah, ideally, yeah. God, I hate it when you see like management just kind of what's up, Rogue Nightmare? When you see management just kind of standing around, like looking at you work, and it's just kind of like come on now.
They do that a lot, but there's not a lot of us that we used to do that.
In the restaurant industry, holy shit, that would happen all the fucking time. I remember working for a fucking Chili's, and we not only had that, but the boss was a female who would pick and choose what males she would be nice to based on how attracted she was to them. It's absolutely fucking disgusting. Like, and it's because the way she became a manager is she was a server. The manager had left because he got a better job somewhere else. And so they couldn't find a manager. No one would volunteer to be that position. And so they just turned the head server into the manager without her even basically knowing about it. Like, fucking ridiculous. Oh, shit. What happened?
No, nothing happened. I'm
Terry's just is building stuff.
Yeah. I was trying to change the background because, because Doyle said my background is giving him motion sickness, so I pick another one
that's going to be even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta pick a static background or something.
Okay.
Like I used to have my borders that I used to do. The game
get yourself a good deck pick.
Yes.
Yeah, look at that deck. That's a nice deck. Oh, I tell you, somebody made me an opening.
Hey, Lev.
I still have to put it in place, but yeah, here. Let me share the video. Somebody made me a nice opening. Ninja with a pencil. I'm sure you guys know who that is, right?
Yes, yeah. Great artist.
Yeah. So he made this for me.
The people want to know. Can we get an a whoop? And a whoop?
I gotta find a way to put it into place, but yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is record it on OBS and then turn it into a video, and then have it for my opening. But yeah, like that's much nicer than what I have because I have zero opening. I just open with lo-fi music and then appear on the screen every time.
I kind of like to get with somebody who can do some animation work for me. Kind of the same, you got Keeping It Criminal has his character, the cartoon character is just the character's drawn in several different poses. He moves around screen.
Oh yeah. I've seen that all kinds of on. Yeah.
But I'd kind of like to get a cartoon of Chief, my avatar. Have him in different poses, like he can be lifting his leg on an auditor, or be in the background.
Yeah, but I love that stuff. There are so much talented people and stuff like that, and they help each other out. I came up in the whole like punk rock and hardcore scene. Like we didn't have a music scene because it was a quite small countryside village, so we made our own, and I love that stuff when people just help each other out, do what they can, and it might not be like high tier stuff, but it's still cool though.
Yeah, it makes it look a little more professional than just doing nothing. How's it going, Rogue?
Hello, my love. How are you?
Hello.
There she is.
Yeah.
So you survived.
No, I haven't. I'm just chilling until
She decided not to go. She's just like, no.
No, it's really weird because it's witching hour here, 3:33 a.m.
I mean, do you have a Ouija board?
Not yet.
From Hasbro?
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Hasbro has a satanic division just for making Ouija boards.
Sure they do.
Have anybody of you been for that magical moment where Mr. Medicure and Andy Warski did that stream and they had this whole Hasbro stuff coming up?
I don't.
So they
Oh.
had like some kind of pedo stuff with Hasbro, right? And so they started that Twitter hashtag, like Andy Warski is coming for you, Hasbro, and he's like gonna bump your headquarters and stuff like that. And there were like 2,000 or 3,000 people on stream, so they started bombarding Hasbro with that hashtag, like Andy Warski is coming for you. Oh, that was so great.
No, there's a guy who runs a channel called Kill All Pedos that
Yes,
does yeah
he
yeah
keeps Jim alive. He keeps Jim
yeah
alive.
All right,
exactly.
Hello,
Let
Dutch Doyle.
What's up,
Hello.
Yeah, let me get a little admin time here.
Yeah, sorry.
For those of you who haven't
I don't
gone
want-
and checked,
Sorry, I
those
don't
of
want to come here. I only came up just so that I could hit your private chat.
all right, thank you.
Okay. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye
All right, see you, Rogue.
Bye.
Good luck. But if y'all haven't gone and checked out Lavender Mexican's channel, she does some great content. She's getting close to 1,000, folks. If you're not subbed to her,
Where's she at?
Can you put your link up, Lav?
Woo!
Oops.
Sorry.
Damn
That
it.
was a heavy one.
Izzy, that was terrible. I gotta get some lunch in me
Toes,
there.
man. That one came from your toes.
Yeah. Is he going
Yeah.
for the death metal growl? You know.
Next time,
yeah.
next time, give us a warning so we can remove headphones.
Sorry, Mike. I felt that in my legs.
But Hank, thanks for letting me up, man.
All right, thanks, Tonic. I'll definitely try and check out your gaming tonight.
Yeah, at 8:00 Central.
Yeah, not really that interested in watching your you know who video.
Yeah, don't worry about that. But for those that are, I'll be live in about like an hour or so.
Hey, I'll be there.
Yeah, for sure,
I'll be
man.
there too. I have to jump off too. My wife decided she's gonna clean my office now for some reason. So, well, see you guys.
Peace out, Hank. Have a good one, everybody.
Later.
And Dutch Doyle's another one that's getting close to 1,000. If we can show his channel a little bit of appreciation.
Trying to think if I should start a channel. I don't know what I would do.
Well, that's what held me back for the longest time. Then I just started. I was gonna game, had internet issues, so I just started doing some live streams, and then I'm having a good time doing it.
Yeah.
Getting some decent numbers. So
I can't afford the StreamYards. So when I can afford the StreamYards to have 10 people on the panel, that's when I'll start doing panels.
yeah, well, the free you can do up to 6. I went ahead and got the paid subscription.
Right. You can do the 6, and then you only get a certain amount of time, right?
From what I understand, it's 25 hours a month.
Oh, okay.
But as long as you end your show and you have any time left on it, you can start a stream and they won't shut it down. So if you say you had 20 minutes left, then you could start a panel up and go for 12 hours, and they don't shut you down because you've gone over the 25 hours.
Oh, that's good then.
They just don't. Once you hit 25, they don't let you start a new stream.
Right. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I just get so frustrated with some people. That's when my French character comes out. I get frustrated with people. And that's what the French character is. That's Francois Fromage.
Well, some individuals might whine and cry because I won't let them in my chat and I won't let them on my panels, but I don't want their negative crap being brought to my channel, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I definitely favor the channels that support a level of I don't know, courtesy to the individuals who are on the panel and the individuals who are in the chat, because in some context I feel like I don't know. I think we kind of laid into this the other day when it comes to personalities and egos and individuals who have stronger opinions than others. It's very easy for those individuals to talk over individuals. And that bothers me a lot. So, like if I go on a panel and if I don't say anything, if I just sit there and listen, it's probably because I'm frustrated with an individual on the panel. But I'm not going to make a fuss about it. But if I had a panel, I would just be like, yeah, hey, do me a favor and go fuck yourself.
Yeah. And Tella, thanks for participating and allowing me to share some of your content. Hopefully, get some subs out of it. Keep doing what you're doing. I love Glenn getting a taste of his own medicine is too classic.
Jimmy just said I supported Izzy's first ever 15-minute stream. I had a 15-minute stream at like 4 a.m. trying to figure out. I was trying to figure out StreamYards, and I got so frustrated with StreamYards. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm done." Do you use OBS?
I have OBS, but I don't use it for streaming.
Yeah, I tried to. I have OBS, and I've tried to use OBS, but at the end of the day, it just I hated the layout and I hated the way it's set up. I still have it, but I just never used it.
Yeah,
Tonic's like a fucking pro.
I'm actually gonna try doing a private stream of doing some gaming using StreamYards, just doing a share screen and see how that works. It might completely suck.
What games are you gonna play?
The first game I'm gonna play for streaming is gonna be Doom Eternal.
Ooh, that's a good game.
I'm purposely leaving it virgin, so my first experience with it will be done for my channel.
Right.
And I mean, hell, there's a lot of people that like to see some old farts out there trying to figure out video games. So hey.
No, I tell you, I'll watch that.
Yeah, I mean, I love playing games. Once I get the games going, I'll play a game out to completion. But I might throw some retro gaming in there, like go back to the original Fallout or some of the maybe do a stream of just doing Defender or Glaxia, any of the.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Classic.
That'd be really dope.
Yeah. But we'll see. I'm still at the stage of YouTubing where I'm throwing shit against the wall, seeing what sticks. What I get positive feedback from that I enjoy, I'll continue. If I get negative feedback that's constructive, I'll either make changes or go on to something new. Hey, King Leo.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, if you're not having fun with it, why do it?
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's the total truth. And I think when Paulie dipped out for a little bit, I totally understood why he dipped out. It's a great example of if you're not having fun, then what's the point?
Yeah.
I mean, I know that he basically was like, "Fuck everybody, fuck you, fuck everybody in the whole world."
And Lavender Mexican is sending you an ultimatum.
To her, I already subbed to her.
Okay.
I'm almost positive that I did. Yeah,
right.
yeah, absolutely does.
All right, Graham. Thanks for showing up and hopefully you're entertained. I'm doing my regular streams on Sundays and Wednesdays at noon Central Standard Time. Until I get if I get a better following and go up to a different time, I might try it. But I'll probably keep this time and do something different. Do a different time on a different day.
Your panels are always fun. Your show's always fun. Always tune in, sir.
Yeah.
You will not. You will. I will drop kick you so fast you won't even see it coming.
She has handcuffs and she knows how to use them.
Never mind. I'll be fine with whatever you need to do. So what do you got
I
planned
know
for the
I'm not
rest of
much-
the day, dude? Oh, I'm sorry, man. I just wanted to cut you off.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I got a laser sight for my salt gun, so I'm
Oh,
gonna.
I heard you talking about that earlier.
Yep, gonna get it hooked up and see what distance I can kill flies at.
Now that's fun.
Yeah.
Jesus. Oh, The Walking Dead's on tonight. I forgot about that.
Oh, they're started up their final season.
Yeah, yeah. The first 2 episodes have been fucking phenomenal.
I'll have to go catch up.
Dude, a lot of people said that The Walking Dead fell off, but from a storytelling perspective, I think they were on the money with everything they did except for one or 2 seasons. But even those 2 seasons were okay. I think they dragged some things out that they shouldn't have, and I think they were trying to figure out their audience at the time and how far they could go.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Do you remember the whole when Glenn got killed? Do you know about that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So they caught a lot of flack for that, like I guess more than they expected, and I think from that point on they couldn't figure out their audience.
Yeah, it was even worse after. Well, it was even worse than when they killed off Herschel.
Oh yeah. Oh man,
But they didn't. They didn't show Herschel getting killed. So I think that's.
Yeah. I think the implication was like with Glenn, they they crushed his skull and they you saw everything, but I think the implication of Herschel dying by the governor was stronger than anything.
Yeah.
Rick had that big speech, and when he was killed, I'll be honest with you, dude. I fucking cried. I cried for like an hour and a half after he died because he was like my only father figure that I ever had.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it. And I think at the time when I was watching The Walking Dead, I wasn't as invested in the spoilers at the time. So I was watching it live. And then I watched it up to that point. Oh, no. I started watching The Walking Dead late. I caught it in 2012. I watched up to the governor arc. I watched every season up to the governor arc, and then from that point on, I was watching it live. And dude, that show, I swear to God, I don't know why that show had such an impact on me, but when I started watching it and I got so into it that I started going to the Walker Stalker cons where everybody would cosplay as characters.
Mm-hmm.
And all the people would be there, and I started buying the figures, and I started mapping out what I would do in a zombie apocalypse. I have a bug out bag and a kind of an artillery belt with all my weapons in the closet. So if anything ever happens, I just toss the bug out bag on my back and I throw my belt on and I have my weapons ready to go.
Well, bug out bags have more use than just getting ready for the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Because you never know when. Hell, if you live near the coast, you might have to pull up and get away from a hurricane coming in or something else that's Like there could be a brush fire that threatens my house, and I'd have to be
Right.
I've got a bug out bag that's got the essentials in it and a plan of the other things that I'm gonna save if time given.
I have 2 bug out bags, and both of them have MREs. They have like 7 MREs in each one. They have a bunch of seeds. I bought a bunch of like packs of seeds of food, tomatoes, cucumbers, the like the big guys that like you would expect to pick, like squash and stuff like that. And then I have like other little stuff like soaps and I don't know, like masks and sanitizers and a sewing kit for scars. I know how to stitch scars or deep wounds. And what else do I have in there? Oh, first aid kits. First aid kits.
Yeah. You know, I just came to terms with it. When shit goes down, then I cannot survive. So why even bother?
Yeah, I thought about that too, and I just figured, you know, if it's gonna be like The Walking Dead, then why not?
Now I was joking with my wife. One of those days, I'm gonna wander naked into the forest for a week and see if I can forge for myself. But she's not very, very keen on the idea. So,
well, maybe it's the amount of time you practice around the house.
Yes, well, I get so. Yeah. No, but I make no queries about it. You know, it's different in America.
Especially when she's got company over.
Yes, that's always a great icebreaker, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's how you do it in Germany.
Yes. You present the argument.
I always thought in the context of everything going to shit and what would happen. I'm not a gun owner. And I'm not registered as a gun owner or anything like that, but I know how to use a couple guns, but other weapons that you would want to keep around because if everything goes to shit, it's the people that are going to go to shit first. Mm-hmm. And I always wondered, in that context, like, and I don't want to pretend that real life is like a movie, but like, what happens if you're in a situation where you kind of need to fight back or you need to fight to survive? At what point do you become the bad guy? And how do other groups see you in that same context? Like, you could save as many lives as you want, but if you become the bad guy, then what happens?
Well, take The Walking Dead. If you would have shown The Walking Dead from the perspective of Negan,
yeah,
he would have been the hero, and Rick and company would have been the bad guys.
Did you ever read the comics?
I'm waiting until they finish finish it out. I've bought the graphic novels to read as soon as they finish. Once they're done with the series, then I'll watch, or then I'll read it.
Not to be like a major spoiler or anything, but in the comics, Negan, between the comics and the show, Negan is portrayed very differently. Negan is portrayed very, I don't want to say docile in that. Hey, Sasquatch.
Hey,
haircut. I don't want to say that Negan is presented as very docile, but he's presented as your typical villain, where in the comic he was a lot more aggressive. But if you watch it from like you just said, if you watch the Negan episode and you watched everything from the perspective of Negan, you would start to understand why everything went south.
Yeah, you can, and you could take it from the perspective of the governor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think
kind of hard to take it from the perspective of the Whisperers, though.
Oh yeah, the Whisperer. See, but like if you think about it, there are some people out there that will go that extra mile. Oh, and if you watch this season, there's a new villain called the Reapers, and they're supposed to be
the ones in the white armor.
No. That's the other community that they found. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, I have not. I still got to watch the last 1 or 2 episodes of the half season, the bonus season.
Oh,
And Then I got to catch up this year.
Oh, so you say that like The Walking Dead is worth coming back to because I got bored like first or like starting second season and I just zoned out.
Yeah, well, they learned their lessons.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they learned their lesson with the second season. They came out trying to build the characters, and it made for slow content for the first 3 or 4 episodes, and then it slowly started to build up and to bang at the end. But then they started giving you, right at the beginning, they would give you that oh my god moment and let you hang on while they do the character buildings. And
yeah, I think the first couple of seasons where they were trying to build those characters, they had already established the characters of their arc. It wasn't that hard. It could have been like 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah.
But they decided to stick around, and I think in some way, from my perspective at least, it was a good thing that they did that because we got a sense of what relief was in the zombie apocalypse, being on the farm and being able to survive it from a slow day-to-day context. But then everything went to shit and everything went south, and then we started to realize like what was happening and like how bad it could get if one thing falls or one person goes loses their mind. And then with this season that they're doing now, they're saying that the horror elements are going to become the focus. And
I don't believe in zombies. Now dragons, that's a whole different story.
Yeah, dragons are different. Those are real.
Yes, walking dragons.
Yeah. See, if the world gets taken over by dragons, I'm telling you, man, could be just like the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, is there not that awfully bad movie with Christian Bale, like Reign of Fire or something?
Oh yeah. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with this season. Being the last season, they're talking about possibly having Rick return, and then how they're going to present that. Then they have those movies, and word on the street says that those movies are going to be shot in Philadelphia.
Yeah, well, we still need to. Excuse me, Michonne's still out there searching.
Oh yeah, she's gone now. That's right. Yeah.
I don't know if they brought her back in this season yet.
She's gone. She's gone. I don't know if they're going to do it for good. I don't know. See, they're not letting people know a lot of what's going on now. Like what they did with early seasons, it was easy to find out.
I'm anticipating they're going to do it something like with Maggie. She was gone for an entire season.
Yeah.
And then they brought her back. Yeah. And then when they brought her back, she brought back new blood into the equation.
Yeah.
You had new characters, and it revitalized the series a little bit.
Definitely. I thought that was a great idea to bring that new blood in and have new characters. And I think that was what The Walking Dead truly was based on, character focus. And go ahead.
Is it just me, or does the character that they picked up and look like New York or wherever, does she remind you of Tank Girl?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Oh, that's awesome that you know who Tank Girl is. I don't know. I don't run into a lot of people that know who she is. I love Tank Girl.
Of course.
But, yeah, no, I think this season is important to the entire series. It's going to be a super long season. It's going to be like, I don't know, 30 episodes. And then they're doing the Walking Dead Origins stories, which I'm pretty stoked about. I've been saying that they should do that since the get-go.
Yeah.
And
I do think that new series they came out,
Fear the Walking Dead?
Well, Fear the Walking Dead, I liked it, and it kind of went to the origins.
Yeah, yeah.
But the one, they tried to go teenage with all the teenage characters, and
Yeah, they tried to pull in a younger generation, which ended up not working.
yeah, that
which
one
season-
just that one just flopped completely for me.
So which season is the current season? So I'm
11.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're on
Catching
11
up to
now.
do, so, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they're on season 11 now, and I'll tell you what, dude. When I started watching The Walking Dead, I watched up to on in Netflix the first couple of seasons, and I swear to you, dude, they fucking flew by because there was so much to offer in those series, and there was so much content and emotion put behind the writing, and I think the writing really did something for the show because it wasn't just the slasher flick. What was that guy's name that made that very, 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 very first zombie movie?
Ramiro?
Oh, what's his name?
Ramiro?
Yeah, Ramiro. George Romero, right?
Are you talking Night of the Living Dead? Or you?
Yeah, Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
He hated The Walking Dead. He had nothing but bad things to say about The Walking Dead. But I think that had more to do with him not liking the fact that it was such a character-driven show. And you got to build personalities, and with like what you just said, with like bringing teenagers into the fold and younger characters into the fold. I think that's such a bad idea to make young kids the center focus as characters, because at the end of the day, I think viewers automatically assume that teenagers are just they're going to run wild and just go nuts and, be dicks and whatever. But I feel like when you bring somebody like Rick, who was a police officer, he was in a small town, all the way up to the point that they made it to Alexandria.
It was fine having Carl in there and the other kids that were in the series. It was tragic for the Look at the Flowers episode.
Oh my god, that broke my heart. That fucking sucked. I just got chills thinking about that episode.
And what's the character's name? The gray-haired, the one that's got the. God, I can't.
You're talking about the woman, right?
Yeah.
Melissa. I forget her name of the show. Why do I forget her name of the show?
Melissa McCarthy, or not Melissa something is her actual name, but her
Yeah.
character name.
Unreal. I can't believe I can't remember.
I'm not going to tell you either.
You shithead.
I'll remember it as soon as I stop thinking about it, but
Nope. Conversation has to stop until we know this name.
What are you talking
Carol
about?
in the chat, somebody.
Carol.
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 Yeah.
Sasquatch. Go
Yeah.
fuck yourself.
I
didn't
think
say
that I think Look at the Flowers is the episode that broke Carol.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
What
Like,
were
I
you
always-
talking about?
And she's been trying to mend ever since that character. And every time she gets striving towards that mending, like she fell in love with the king, and then they adopted Henry, and then he died, and it
Yeah.
just
It makes you think, like in that situation, like as a human being in the end of the world, how far do you have to go to fight to stay alive? And DGen just brought up her daughter, Rick having or her turning into a zombie and having to shoot her and stuff. I thought that episode broke her. I thought that event broke Carol, but I feel like that event changed Carol, but it didn't break her.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I think you're right. I think the Look at the Flowers episode really fucked her up. And then she went through all that. I can't remember. And if I'm wrong, what's that?
A female Negan.
Yeah, and I keep thinking to myself, like, I can't remember if it was before or after, but remember when she was exiled from the group?
Yeah, that was after the Flowers.
Yeah,
it was once they got to. Fuck, I forgot the name.
The little kids were in the. Yeah, right.
I've never seen the show.
Oh my god, dude! I could fucking talk about the show for ages. I swear to God. Like, I have so much in my brain right now, it's gonna fucking explode. But
so what's the name of the show?
The Walking Dead.
Oh, okay. I'm just.
But yeah, like
squirrel.
They're like, and the writing in those first couple of seasons, that all those events that broke each character, like Rick and Carol and Daryl, and like so many events had happened that
brother Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl's brother. Yeah, there's so many events that happened in all of that, and it's just crazy to think, like, if you put yourself in those shoes, like, how far do you go? How far do you have to, like, who do you have to kill or who do you have to exile to survive? And then Terminus. Remember Terminus?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my fucking God, Terminus. Like, and that's what I'm talking about. How far does one go? How far does an individual fight to survive? Do you do it in the woods and just survive off of the the good graces of each and every individual that you find, or do you start a community, rob people of their salvation and their dignity, cut them up, and then eat them? Or do you turn into Negan and have, like, basically what is almost a frat party every night, find every shithead you can, almost similar to the guys that that Rick had found, or Daryl had found when he was trying to find that girl. Oh, hey, do you remember the animated episodes that they did?
No.
They did animated. They did 3 animated episodes, and it was about the first one that sticks in my head the most. They did episodes about the machete with the red handle.
Yeah.
You remember Rick would carry that machete around?
Okay, yeah, I do remember that now.
Yeah, and they showed, like, the guys that had picked up the machete and what happened to it, like what it was used for, all the way up until the point until Rick got it, and then after that, it showed that it ended up at the Savior's compound, and it's cool. I think it's really cool that they took an origin story of a red machete and made a show about it. Like, I think that's fucking amazing.
Well, Fear the Walking Dead did something similar too. With the little side stories, they weren't animated, but they were little bonus tidbits that were thrown in between episodes that you could get online and watch. And
they also did that in the very first 2 seasons. They did side episodes about items that you'd see in the show. And I didn't find that out until recently, like within the last 2 years. They had those online only episodes, and I thought that was great. I think the writing behind that was just absolutely, I don't want to say breathtaking, but it was just on point.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't stuff that you had to see to know what it didn't impact your ability to understand what was going on in the show, but it gave you a better picture of what was going on.
Yeah, because the world is so much bigger, and like the little things, like a perfect example is between Rick and Lori. That first online episode they end up finding a storage unit, and it had Rick's belongings and pictures of the family and stuff like that, implying that their relationship was broken, and there was just like the little things that were left along the way. And I think what happened with the show is that it became too big for its own good, and there was too many cooks in the kitchen. The showrunner at the time is the showrunner for Fear the Walking Dead now. But I think that he royally fucked up The Walking Dead and then had a burning building and walked away from it, gave it to somebody else. So it was like almost the woman that runs it now, she's a fucking monster, man. She is a beast. She knows what she's doing. She's cracking down to try and get everything back to normal. And then they axe the show, but she still has the opportunity to let it go out with a bang. So bravo to her.
Yeah. And the potential's there to go back and do the origins of those, like what caused the outbreak, why things collapsed as bad as they did.
Did you ever see that what was it? It was a study on how fast the zombie apocalypse would affect America alone, and it was basically like a viral outbreak. How it affect?
You mean like the COVID maps?
Yeah, it was very similar to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it showed that maybe within I think it was 7 days the East Coast would be done. Within 16 days, basically all of California up until Middle America would be completely obliterated, and within 6 months, the virus would have taken over the entire United States. But it showed how a viral outbreak would affect just locations in general. And when I saw that, I became so paranoid. Like, I know it was a joke. I know it was a study that was just built off of like what if information. But I always thought that it would be crazy to see how fast it would go. Izzy couldn't survive a day. So
if you think about it, it sounds a little close to what's going on now.
Yeah.
And that kind of makes you wonder, with shows like that, is that why you have such a large piece of the population that wants to deny it's, because it seems too much of a match to what shows have done?
Yeah, it seems fake, right?
Yeah.
I never thought that I would see the day that Americans were shut down in their houses, had to wear masks everywhere. I never, ever, ever even considered it.
Well, unfortunately, our history that's taught in school doesn't, like the Spanish flu, I think it was, at the end of
1919.
Yeah.
Spanish flu epidemic. Yes.
Yeah. We weren't as locked down as we are now, but the affected areas were locked down that way.
Mm-hmm.
And the difference between now and then is then you didn't have the ability to quickly travel across the country, and so you could contain the illness a whole lot easier.
Yeah,
what you're looking for.
I also don't think news was able to travel as fast. So, like, I think the outbreak happened so bad because, I mean, it was locked down to its ability, but I think it was affected so bad because news wasn't as prevalent as it is today, where you can look at your phone or look at the computer or TV, you can see the news, bang, there's a virus it's going to take over the world, blah, blah, blah. But back then, I'm sure that there was families that, popped out of their house and were like, what the fuck is going on? What happened?
Well, you
In
had
most
those.
cases, the issue on that was basically only news by newspaper, and word of mouth was most of the case where they went through when it came down to the Spanish influenza.
Right.
So it
right.
didn't travel as fast. It took weeks before it managed, and by then it was already spreading because people were going by horse and carriage or by boat, depending if they were coming from another country, and it was just getting spread rapidly at that point. So nowadays, we can find out about it in minutes, and it took them weeks.
But look at some of the atrocities of like how we dealt with the smallpox.
Yeah.
I mean, there was homes with infected people that they would burn with them still being alive inside.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, when it comes to Spanish flu, also like the medical knowledge was not very involved. So
Yeah.
you had,
Oh, yeah.
like they first started to think it's a good idea to probably wash your hands if you do a surgery and stuff like that. So
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a theory regarding COVID that that the virus is actually worse than we think it is. And the bad part, they're trying to control as much as they can. And the reason I say that is because all along the West Coast, and this is from a friend, word of mouth, and we had spoke about it for a little bit. He takes his boat all around the West Coast from California over to parts of Washington and into Canada and stuff like that. But he was telling me that when he took his boat out, he was only allowed to go so far before the military stopped him. And they have boat liners and tanker boats. They're basically lined up around the United States at, solid points. And he was talking to the military police and he was asking like what was going on. Why couldn't he go out so far? Because he was able to do it any other time. But they're not letting people go out to certain points because they have those points blocked off specifically around the borders of the West Coast and in parts into the Canadian area because they don't want specific people or groups of people coming in and they want to be able to stop them.
But
I never read about that in the papers. I didn't read about that in the news. I didn't see any of that addressed to people. But this is coming from a reliable source. I mean, he's obviously not.
But they're letting them in across the southern border in droves. They're shipping them out across the United States without any testing.
But I think it's an interesting conundrum. Like, imagine you are at the point where you have to make decisions for a nation. So how much do you tell the people? Like we see you get a shortage of toilet paper and people lose their mind. So it's interesting, like the parallel. How much is it worth to inform the public to what will the outcome be?
Yeah. I just got to see what time it was, guys. I've got to shut this down. Had a blast talking with y'all.
Yeah, man.
Thanks everybody for showing up.
Always great, and congratulations to your 200 subs mark. What we're celebrating here, right?
And those of you that haven't hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, doesn't really matter.
Sorry, I wasn't much of a talker. I'm more of a listener and stalker, so to speak.
Hey,
well, you joined in and participated, so I'm happy.
Who is the Reaper?
Needed.
Who is the Reaper? Do we know him, or do I know him?
Do I know him? Well, I'm kind of what you would consider a watcher. I normally just stay in the background on the typing, but sometimes I do get a little interested in the subjects, and I turn around and I speak my piece.
All I know is seasons don't fear the Reaper. More cowbell.
Hey, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, man. I'm sorry we didn't get to talk too much, but maybe I'll catch you next time.
Well, I'll be popping in and out here and there. I do it with quite a few others too, so If there's
Yep.
a subject that's in there, I
And-
go after it.
And in my discussions tab, I've got the running question. If you got any topics you want to talk about, go ahead and throw them in there, and I'll see what I can bring up to help get the conversation going and see what we can do.
Yeah,
man.
Get a
What?
haircut, pal.
You get a haircut, you shithead. I'm leaving. Bye.
Later.
Later, Sasquatch.
Alrighty. I'll talk to you again sometime soon, Hank.
All right, thanks for coming. Thanks for participating, and to everybody in chat, thanks for coming up or coming in, and thanks again to my mods for taking care of making sure links were getting dropped, and we didn't get people trying to derail the chat. So you did a great job once again, and I'm doing this regular chats on Sundays and Wednesdays, noon Central Standard Time. And I should be popping out some more videos here pretty short. If you haven't seen the Artie's Jump Scare Fest 2021, it's good for a few laughs. All right, y'all have a great day. It's a
I'm
great
just
day
gonna
to
say
have
one
one.
thing real quick. I'm just
Go
gonna
ahead.
say one thing real quick. Lavender, Leo, DGen, guys, I'm glad I'm seeing you on the chat, and hope to see you guys on your channels. And as for that, I'm out. Thanks, Hank. Have a great day now.
Thank you. And have a wonderful day. It's a wonderful day to have one. Later, guys.